Will you fight? No! We will run! And we will live.
Shame on you. This could be the greatest night of our lives. But you're gonna let it be the worst.
And I guarantee a week won't go by in your life you won't regret walking out, letting them get the best of you.
Well, I'm not going home.
We've got too far!
And I'm gonna stay right here and fight for this lost cause.
A day may come when the courage of men fails, but it is not this day.
The line must be drawn here. This far, no farther.
I'm not saying it's gonna be easy.
You're gonna work harder than you ever worked before.
But that's fine. We'll just get tougher with it.
If a person grits his teeth and shows real determination,
failure is not an option.
That's how winning is done.
Believe me when I say
We can break this army here.
And win just one for the Gipper.
But I say to you, what every warrior has known since the beginning of time.
You've got to get mad.
I mean plumb mad dog mean.
if you would be free men, then you must
Fight to fulfill that promise. Let us
cut out their living guts
1 inch at a time.
And they will know what we can do!
Let no man forget how menacing we are. We are lions.
You're like a big bear, man.
This is your time.
Seize the day.
Never surrender. Victory or death.
That's the Chicago way.
Who's with me?
Clap! Clap! Don't let team die! Clap!
All right,
Let's fly.
and gentlemen in England, now abed, shall know my name is the Lord when I tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our Independence Day.
They will never take our Independence Day. Or something like that. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another fun-filled episode of The Studio. This is our 5th episode. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've done 5 successful shows, and we're just going to keep right on going. Joining me tonight in the shadows, where only the shadows roam, or something like that. We got our main people here. We got James. We got Justin Belmont. We got Marcus Killigrew. And, of course, the Mighty Duck Bacon. Say hello to everybody, gentlemen.
Hey, everybody. Hey.
Hello.
And tonight, there's gentlemen around somewhere. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Unless, are there no gentlemen here? Do I need to just kill the stream now? How we all doing, guys?
I'm pretty good. How are you doing?
I am doing the do, baby. Doing the do.
So we're doing Nightcrawler. Is that the
A formal challenge has been brought before us by Creative Faye, who better bring it into the show.
what size?
Whatever you want to do, man. Whatever you feel comfortable with.
It's the 24 by 32, I think.
If you want to brag, go for it. Justin's here. Justin, thank you for showing up. How are you? Let's make you big.
I'm the only one that doesn't have drawing talent here, I think.
You got talent.
Drawing talent.
It's not about the drawing with us. It's about positivity.
Well,
it's about
suck,
cohesion. It's about love and peace. And
It's not about the drawing if we suck.
Nobody sucks. At least not without a price. Want to give a couple shout outs to the chat. We got Chris Bouchard in the house. Did I say his name right? If not, send all your hate mail to dondrawstuff@gmail.com. We got the mighty How Dare. How Dare, I sent you a link, bro. Come on in here. Tell us what's up. Belmont Press pulling double duty in the chat and on the stream.
Double fisted.
As well as Marcus Killigrew. So, some of you guys have already started drawing, I see.
We don't have to start drawing.
No, you don't have to.
I thought we were going to set a timer.
I don't want to do anything official. One of the problems with doing things official, we've seen from some of the past week's episodes of certain other streams, is that challenges are thrown down. Consistency is called into question, as well as truthfulness. We're not.
Come on, I want to draw the max. I watched that stream.
Well, bring up your damn sketchbook, sir. Let's see what you already got in there.
That was hilarious.
I want to see your progress.
Yes. Let's see the progress. So, Justin, what is this about this pencils down thing you got going on here? You want to tell us about it?
Yeah, it's my new campaign. It's something I'm working on, a project in between Smokes 1 and Smokes 2. The production for Smokes 2 is kind of like at a dead halt, and I wanted to, work on something. And one day I was just thinking about, the pencils down days where the mainstream comics were told to, put their pencils down, stop working on their projects. And I was thinking about that, and I was thinking, how can I work that into like a comic book character or idea for a comic? And I was sketching, and I drew this pencil, and I gave him some jacked arms and those old school pencil sharpeners that you crank.
Yeah.
I gave him one of those as a gun, and I just originally he was flying on 11x17 paper like a Silver Surfer, and I just posted it in my DM group, and they got a good laugh out of it. And one of the artists in there, Eric Hodson, I asked him if he would do a sketch from mine and like see what he can come up with, and he kind of upped his game, up the ante, and did a great job on his sketch. Kind of like reworked it a little bit. Originally, I had a number 2 on his chest, like you see on a number 2 pencil, but he put it on the arm as a tattoo, and then he gave the sharpener gun a handle, and he could draw a lot better than me. So came out great, and then I decided to have him do the cover, and then from there I hired Hojo to write the story.
Hojo, the man.
Yeah, and then it just came out this cool little script, and we gave it to Aldis for editing. And then I hired Dillard to draw it because we had in mind that it's going to be like a Ren and Stimpy type comic.
Mm-hmm.
And he's perfect for that. And he was looking for work, and it just worked out. Perfect timing, and I guess. And now I got the campaign running on Indiegogo. It's been up for today's the 4th day.
And you've already funded, right?
No, we're at 43%.
43%?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're at a $5,000 funding goal. We're at 2180, I believe. 48 backers. So it's going pretty good
out there with it. I like it.
Yeah, it's caused some drama and some backlash.
Drama? What are you talking about?
Yeah, because I launched on Katie's stream, and some people weren't liking that. But you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I have to do what's best for my book and to get it funded. And no one else was really extending the olive branch to have me on their stream to launch.
Well, I didn't know at the time, and we don't have that big of an audience yet. But rest assured, you're here now, baby. That's what's up.
Yeah, and then I reached out on social media, and I asked if anybody wanted to have me on, and you reached out, so I'm here.
You were on John's long box the other week, right? I was on that.
I was on John's Longsbox the other day.
Yeah, I was there.
Hello, David Hill. Join us in the chat. Creative Fate, what are you doing? You have the link. Come in here, lady. You issued the challenge. You just going to work behind the scenes? Is that's not cool. You can't do that. We can't monitor your progress that way.
I think that's against the rules, isn't it?
It is against the rules. I call foul.
I'm trying the max, just like John Malin.
No.
I'm boxing it too. I printed it out, and no.
There will be no Malin maliciousness on this stream, gentlemen.
I have
absolutely not.
I watched that episode. I always watch the Aaron show, the Graybeard, by the way. And,
I caught
that was great.
I thought
he's a really fun stream.
That was fun.
Wow. What do you mean you didn't get the link? Aren't you in the group chat? I put you in the group chat. Let me go back to Twitter, and I will officially send you the link. How about that? Gentlemen, carry on without me for a few minutes.
So I don't know what to do with my hands. You
Which
know,
one?
I always see
Nightcrawler's
all
hands?
these chats.
it was a real fast car. It handled really well.
I always see you in the chats, Duck.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like, I watched that one. I'm like, John, take off your mask. John, take off your mask. John.
Yeah.
Has to be
But
hot.
you know what?
And he goes, I'm really hot. Duh.
Well, it spiced it up a little bit. You know,
Well, you
it
know,
went in a kind of meta direction.
They dealt with it. I mean, they really laughed at him and thought he was great. They were happy to have him there.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody likes Aaron. You know, there's no issues.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
that type of thing.
Well, not everybody. I mean, like Aaron is quite the rabble rouser.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I got nuked by him once.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was
Awesome.
doing splatter, you know, and he's doing black splatter with the toothbrush.
Mm-hmm.
He puts on I was doing one of these things. Sometimes they don't see your chat, but I put in, you know, I use a toothbrush. It's all traditional for me. So
Okay.
I'm about to. I said, "You're using a glove, you pussy." Gary read it.
That's hilarious.
Oh, language, gentlemen.
That's hilarious.
How dare
It was
you
really
use words
funny.
like pussy on this channel?
Man.
Oh yeah, we'll
Next thing
say
you know,
that.
you'll be cursing. So, you know, Justin, a little bit later on, if you like, we can throw your links up. We can show your page, all that good stuff.
All right.
I'm always more than happy to promote the kinfolk. Usually we do a couple of less than, as I like to call them, campaigns that haven't gotten a whole lot of love at the beginning of the show. But I was running late today, and I just didn't do it. So, man.
I was on
No
with
problem.
James. He said he wasn't going to be on this today. Yesterday
me?
was John's long box. We do.
James will not
No, no.
miss an opportunity to show off
Okay.
his comic book
So
collection.
these are the days I'm not going to be on. Hold on. So I will not be on next Friday on John's Long Box because I have a prior engagement.
Yeah, I know.
And then the Saturday, not next Saturday, but the Saturday after that, I'm going to the Iron Maiden concert, so I will not be available for the
Well,
show.
you have to bring your draw. You have to bring your pencils and live
Why
stream.
do you
from
always
Iron
got to
Maiden
brag
concert,
about all the good stuff you're doing, man? You're so cool.
right?
You're so cool. You make me want to just not.
Oh, I'm so happy you. For a lot of times, James.
Welcome, Creative
me and
Faye.
John
Hello.
the whole time, and to have somebody else do something
How you doing?
is so relaxing.
Gentlemen, recognize we have another guest.
Oh, hey,
Hello.
Creative
the
Faye. How you
issuer
doing?
of the challenge.
Awesome.
Yeah, I didn't get the link, so.
Yeah, that's right. Don's slipping. He didn't
Because
send me
Don's
one. I
beside
thought I
him.
did. I guess I didn't. It's all technology. It's all very new to me. I'm
Don's
used
a
to living in the
misogynist.
Stone Age.
Well, you just can't give me stuff if my stuff's not working then.
Dude, your stuff never works.
Sorry, I was causing an echo there. Let's see. Just to prove that.
So what are you, shy? You don't want to be on camera? Huh? Are we going to have a John's Long Box moment here? What's going on?
Oh my God! Hey, don't do that. Don't please. That's so funny. He just kicks people off.
Ah, progress. I'm drawing on my old ass iPad. I'm keeping
So
it
as you
real.
can see, I haven't got very far.
You can't see that, can you? Can you see that? Yeah, there it goes. That's
Okay.
what I'm doing so far. I started this 3 days ago. Just kidding. I just started it.
Nice.
If I had started it 3 days ago, it still wouldn't be done.
Oh man!
So everybody have a halfway decent week? Did anybody do anything fun for Halloween?
No, I was in a hotel room at Halloween.
Oh,
I was at work. I go to work. I fix internet for off-campus housing, college housing.
oh, well, you know a thing or two about a thing or two.
And so, like when I say everybody go get fiber, go get fiber. If it's not in your area, check because it could be and you don't even know.
I got the fiber. I got it now.
So I had to go to Statesboro, Georgia, which is over 4 hours away. And if it's 4 hours, I stay overnight.
Company pay for that?
They pay, yeah. I don't pay.
Big pimping.
Company pays. They're really good about it, as a matter of fact. I read. Well, oftentimes I'm on watching streams and stuff, but Thursday was slow, so I read Escape from Monster Island, and I read Fiendish 1.
What did you think of Fiendish?
Excuse me?
What did you think of Fiendish?
I think that he's got to get better lettering.
The
lettering was way too small.
Really?
It's not bad lettering, but it's just small. I'm like a little like Malin with the lettering because I'm not right now. Like my stuff isn't being lettered that well, but none of you guys see it, so it doesn't matter.
I got the book. I haven't read it yet. I got a lot of.
It's a good book. The lead character is kind of an a-hole, but that's on purpose. I'm not
I haven't even read the first read I got yet.
I'm not a big manga person.
Manga,
yeah. So sometimes in the fight scenes, a little confusing to me, but I see what she's doing. But it's really a good book. I'm going to read number 2.
I don't think I got that one yet.
Well, I didn't back it. But I know her a little bit from Heroes Con.
Yeah.
I always felt bad. Like if I know somebody and I don't buy their book, I feel really bad.
Well, yeah, I'm kind of the same way, but unfortunately, I have a budget I have to maintain.
I know I don't back a lot of books. When I go to Heroes Con, I see other guys like, no, I didn't back that. No, I didn't back that. Like, what do you back? I back like a lot of professionals' books because I relate mostly to them because they're all the same. I'm the same age as them.
Yeah.
And I'm like right a year younger than like Aaron, basically.
I mean, it's not that personal.
So how old are you?
It's not. Yeah, absolutely.
Marcus, how old are you?
I just turned 59.
Oh, okay.
Shut up. You don't look a day over 58 and a half.
I thought you were closer to my age.
And how old are you?
I'm 53.
I'm just going to shut up.
So, and I hang out when I go to these cons, I hang out with Andy and Dennis all the time. They're local, so I got to know them real well.
That's got to be awesome, dude.
And I hung out with Fragaboom, and he's like giving me art supplies and stuff. The guy's unbelievable.
Fraga has always been probably one of the nicest, funnest guys to be around.
Unbelievably nice guy.
I was around
so I don't get to really back a lot. So I bought a couple of her books from her directly.
Guys, I got a question real quick, and I don't want to embarrass myself in my lack of knowledge, but I know Nightcrawler is called Fuzzy Elf. That's like his nickname. Is he fuzzy all over, or just like?
He's supposed to have blue fur like the Beast.
Okay, because I don't really see it illustrated that way.
He's not, and
he's in a jumpsuit, so he's like think of Spider-Man's build.
Yeah. I
think he's even thinner than Spider-Man.
Well, I'm just using Spider-Man
right.
with really big feet and really big hands. But remember, his hands are 2 fingers and a thumb.
Yeah.
His feet are 2 toes and a back like thumb part in the back.
And he's German. Yeah, that I remember.
And I like his original costume best, by the way.
The original?
Well, Cockrum, who created him, drew him kind of short.
Yeah, he is short. Yeah, he is short. Ever since he came in, he's been short. So.
Yeah, and then Byrne drew him a little thinner than Cockrum, and then most of them look from what John Byrne did. So.
I always thought Nightcrawlers look like he's always having fun when he does.
He always does. He always does. He's a ladies' man. He really is.
You think
that's why I created Faye
between the panels when Colossus wasn't looking? No thoughts as that.
I missed the whole back part of that. What were you all talking about?
You were talking about Nightcrawler's sex life.
Oh yeah.
And how awesome it must be to have that tail.
He was he really was Cockrum's absolute favorite and Byrne's favorite. So the early X-Men from number 94, giant size of 9 to about 106, 107 is a lot of Nightcrawler. A lot of times it was Nightcrawler and the X-Men almost.
Well, see,
Byrne
when,
didn't
when,
like
they,
that
when
too
they
much.
moved him over, when they moved him over to Excalibur, they really opened the door for him.
Yeah,
Byrne
he was
ignored
superstar
him
on
then.
that book.
What Byrne did was
Team leader.
he brought up he liked Wolverine. Wolverine was a Canadian, and Byrne's Canadian, so that was a natural.
I like Wolverine too, but man, for a long time there, and I don't think it's ever really stopped. He's just been so overexposed. It's like
Well, at
Wolverine.
I bought like the miniseries. That was his first miniseries. We were like, oh, a Wolverine miniseries by Chris Claremont and Frank Miller. Oh my gosh, nobody could believe it. You know, like they really did not blow him up until right after that. Then he got really blown up. Like you guys came like when he was blown up, when they really blew him up because all the guys who took over thought he was the coolest thing in history.
What do you think of that the new Capullo book?
I don't know. I don't buy any new comics.
Oh.
The Krakoa, where they're having parties all the time, it didn't sound like something I wanted to do. It sounds like they're on their way to doing a kind of more traditional. They'll ruin it. They just don't have the right people.
What's that?
They'll have the artists, but the writers are really writing it. Like the artists are not having a whole lot to do with all these X-Men books anymore. And ever since Image, and this is not their fault. Marvel's been burned, so it's a writer's, not an artist.
You think?
And then they were burned by Substack, where all the writers left, and they don't really want to make anybody. They don't really want to make anybody a superstar.
See, that's the key right there. You hit it on the nail. Ever since Image, Marvel and DC have tried their best to not have superstar artists or writers.
That's
They've
crazy.
tried to keep
That's
everybody-
absolutely correct.
You know what I'm saying? They've kept
Right.
everybody on that same plane, and they don't, look at like Mark Silvestri come in once in a while, or somebody like that to come in once in a while to help boost sales. But their main
Right.
artists and stuff, they're not pushing them.
They
Well,
have
now
that's a great business strategy.
Now they're really happy to have him come back because now they're artists.
I will be honest with you. If I'm running a comic book company, there's two things I want to do. I want to promote my books, but I want to promote who's drawing it.
Yeah.
But they don't want to pay them.
But that's
Right.
something. When you're dealing
I
with
think that's really the issue. I'm on another site that I've been on. It's like the anti-John Byrne site. They're all expatriates from the John Byrne web page and got kicked off. So they're really like bitter towards him and they rip on all his work. And I keep telling them, people love him even though he's a pain. You guys don't know. Oh no, he's terrible. But the point is they don't quite understand that the companies don't want to pay John Byrne to do his book. It wasn't that they didn't want to do. It's not about not doing Elseman. It's that they don't want to pay John Byrne to do it. They don't want to pay the letter. They don't want to pay Terry Austin to ink it. They want to get somebody from that they don't have to pay. And the problem with the comic art is that you can always find somebody to do it because somebody always wants to draw a comic book.
Yeah.
It's money, Oh, I'm a comic artist. That's how it is.
And a lot of times these guys will get with someone like Marvel or DC, and even though they might not get paid a lot, they'll use that fame and notoriety to hopefully springboard into a semi-successful indie career.
I mean, imagine if you were at Marvel, if I were to do that, I would make a big name, and the next thing I would do is create something in crowdfund and make a couple $100,000, like Kelly Jones or something on the Dracula book. We know nothing about Dracula, and that book when it launches, we don't hear anything, and then it's made $275,000.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, when I heard two things when that book came out: Kelly Jones, Dracula, and I said, I've got his, the one where he turned Batman into a vampire.
That was a good one.
I've got those books, and I was like, I've got to have his Dracula book because I know the story of Dracula very well. And I was like, I've got to have it. And oh my God, is that first book been great? Now he's doing the second one. They just finished yesterday crowdfunding. I cannot wait for that second book.
Is that coming from Marvel, dude?
No, it's independent. It's fully.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Nice.
It's just not CG.
It was on Kickstarter. Now Kelly was on with Billy Tucci.
Yeah, he was on with Tucci.
Yeah, he gets on with Tucci and everybody, and
he gets on with Tucci and Graham.
And then of course they'll get Brian Polito in there, and then they'll get Jim Paliano in there, and everybody just has a good old time. Which
right.
That group, and now that group's getting together to do books. So you've got a huge pool of just fantastic people.
Oh yeah. You guys see what's going on between Palmiotti and John?
I was just gonna say, because I DM'd John about that early. I DM John all the time.
What was that?
I DM'd it, but John took me. Yeah, well, Palmiotti is his political views.
Well, that's the thing about Palmiotti. I don't talk politics with him because I know where he stands. There's no point in me even getting into arguments with him or anything like that. I just leave it be. And I'll talk comic books with him. And he follows me back, so he knows exactly what I say politically on mine. So it's just like, okay, we're friends. We can talk. We just leave our politics at the door. And, just be us.
Well, John is like that on Twitter sometimes. He had his original. He tells the story that his original thing that was John's Long Box got banned on Twitter because he'll fight. See, I don't fight on Twitter. I'll say some once in a while, so you know how I feel. But I really don't fight, and I'm not like. But I mean, Jimmy believes everything that MSN says. I've asked Billy, "What the heck's the matter with Jimmy?" And he goes, "There's nothing we can do about him," because he's just as rough and tumble and talks just like I talk to him, just like Billy does. He's one of these people like my sister. They just don't like Donald Trump no matter what, and can't really tell you why, but they don't.
Some people are like that.
Well, a little bit's just a New Yorker because that's how New Yorkers are with him. My father had
blamed Diddy
against him.
Friggin' Diddy, he ruined it for everybody.
Well, now you see what's happening now is that the Diddy things come out, and all of a sudden all the celebrities who were quiet and not really backing Kamala because they're getting
they know them skeletons banging around.
What they want to do is they want to back her, saying, "Hey, you need to pardon us so we don't get in trouble."
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
that's exactly.
Here's a few million into your war chest. Forget that time I molested.
Well, yeah, J-Lo put in what $4 million into her chest, and so did Michelle Obama.
J-Lo is Diddy's girlfriend during a lot of this.
Oh yeah, she's been dodging everything she can.
Yeah, it's funny.
But yeah, she may end up in jail for a long time.
Yeah,
put them all in jail. Put them under the jail. I don't care. My life will go on.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, my life might get better.
It might get better. That's right.
These people, they're all a bunch of sick, weird pedos anyway. We all know it. See? The bell agrees with me.
You're saving me from the chat. Usually I'm in there, and boy, they get a little toxic about CG and get angry, and I'm like, oh, when I'm with you, I'm relaxed.
It's all about having a good time, man.
Not enough people get mad, man. I was asked, do I ever want to do? Nick Axe asked me if I want to crowdfund a book. Not by myself. That's for sure.
I'll crowdfund a book with you.
Well, I have. You saw that page. That's a comic book. I published a 16-page comic book with my writing partner, co-creator of Captain Courage, and all that. And I wanted to get him to do it, but he's really busy. He just had back problems. I'm doing the Mythic Americas stuff with him. So eventually we might do it. I don't know. He's got all the originals. This is all years ago, so it was all originals to scans. Nobody had scanners, all that. So maybe I have pages finished. That's the thing. I have to do like 2 stories.
Man, I haven't drawn on this iPad in so long. You guys think?
Wow, that's nice.
He's taking a squat. He's gonna have his little swords drawn.
Here, I'll show you what I'm doing.
That's a big mitt he's got.
You can't see it anymore.
My boy got big mitts.
Yeah, if you pull us up.
I don't want to pull you up. You pull yourself up. All right, you're up. Woo!
Awesome.
Got the finger splaying and everything.
Nice.
That's my boy right there. That's James, y'all.
I feel funny. I don't fit with you guys.
If you'd have paid that cover charge like I told you, you wouldn't have such a hard time. Creative, what are you doing down there? I'm not doing anything, Don. I'm quiet.
Can you see it?
Oh,
nice.
Shit. Is that another character down there with him?
Yeah, it's gonna be Hellboy.
See, you trying to show off. See, look at that. All of us, we're just doing one dude. You're gonna do like
Coming
the
in with the
X-Men.
extra credit.
Yeah. There's no
Stealing
place
his
for you on this
pancakes.
stream. No place. You're too good. You got to be bounced.
Here, can you see this?
Let's see. Let's see. Wait, where's your timestamp?
Yeah, this is an old video. Hey, Mark, that's unfair. This is a pre-recorded video.
I like that pose.
I don't know. I was looking at on Pinterest, I have all these poses and artwork, and I was looking what pose. And so the only thing I did ahead of time was to look for a pose that wasn't drawn by Ed McGuinness.
Yeah. Nice.
What happened to Ed McGuinness? That dude totally disappeared.
You know,
he's still doing stuff.
Those guys make money. They don't have to do comics. Comics is hard, man.
He was doing Spider-Man or something.
I think he's doing
recently.
Spider-Man.
I don't really read Spider-Man anymore. That's probably why.
That's probably why.
Because Spider-Man sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Ed McGuinness or John Romita, those are good artists.
Oh yeah.
I know that people don't like his current, but one thing about him, Romita, whether you like his current style or not, you're going to understand the story so well you won't even notice it's bad.
No, I always stand
clear.
I always stand by John Romita Jr. I love him.
Billy says he's like super nice guy. I never met him. I'm waiting to be hanging out. I mean, all you have to do is go to Heroes Con or one of these cons, and then Billy goes, "Hey, come on over." This Nightcrawler's he's way too tall. Oh well, he's too tall. I'm drawing a tall Nightcrawler.
It's a big boy.
Awesome.
All you have to do is kind of like hang out with them, and they'll go, "Oh, come to the cigar party," and all these guys are hanging out, at the bar at these cons. So if you're ever at a con,
well, when his dad passed away, I mean, like he was like the most, humble, most. It's like what every father would want their son to behave like when they pass away.
What are we talking about?
That's exactly what.
John Romita Jr.
Oh yeah.
Oh, John Romita Jr. is again really nice guy.
No, I like it. I like his Spider-Man. Don't get me wrong. I just don't like the story.
No, I understand that.
Freaking horrible. I don't even know what they're doing with that character anymore.
They don't know. They
I think the last time I checked on it, they were making Mary Jane some kind of superhero, and I was like, okay, I'm done.
I think they were killing Mary Jane the last time I saw.
We got a screen share. Ooh,
well, I think the last time I saw, they were cucking Peter Parker with another guy, and they forgot they were married at all.
Yeah.
I had problem. Well, I had a problem with that.
Yeah.
But the whole story was just lame as hell.
But they don't. The problem with the whole thing is that these writers don't
try.
They don't understand what a heroic story is. They don't know what a hero is. They have no clue. And they like the costumes are super cool and all that, but they don't really know. That's why the villains aren't villains anymore.
Yeah, they act like they don't understand the character dynamic.
Not at all.
Of half of the ones they write. I don't want to say self-insert, but a lot of it does seem to be self-inserts. Sadly.
What, like Spider-Gwen?
So dumb. All Spider-Gwen fans, send your hate mail to Marcy at gmail.com.
I dig Spider-Gwen's costume. I think that's a really cool design.
Are you sure it's Gmail, not Earthlink?
Ooh, Earthlink. She called you out, big boy.
Doesn't Gary have an Earthlink email?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have? How's your shows going, Creative Faye?
Good.
I subbed your channel the other day.
Yeah, I did too. You're supposed to say thank you.
Thank you.
She said thank you to me on stream. It's fine. I have to talk to you anyway.
I need special attention. I'm a special needs kid.
So I got an interview with Phil coming up from Zade Comics, and then one with Fabrizio, the guy author of Horse.
Fabrizio Aiello, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good comic. It's a wild comic.
Yep.
God, I got a foreshortening arm.
Just finished it the other day.
Smart. He's pretty intellectual, actually.
What amazingly awesome thing did you say about me, Marcus?
That you're as smart as Fabrizio Aiello.
I'll take it.
I was on with him at It's Clobbering Time, at John's. He was on last night. Yeah, he's really thoughtful guy.
Later on this month, I stream with John sometime. I can't remember the day.
Well, John's going to slow down. He's got to go back to work.
Oh, yeah, he does got to go back to work.
I hope he can handle it.
Well, as long as he doesn't get any more automobile accidents, he should be fine.
Oh, that was so scary.
That's what you get for rubbernecking at all the pretty ladies. Or in his case, other long boxes.
He's too much, man. I saw his comic. I don't know. He sent me his PDF. Terrific.
Why does that sound dirty when you say it?
What do you think of his comic?
It looks great. It's really professional looking. It's just what he wanted it to be. The lettering, the art is great. Lorenzo, and he's shown a lot of it. The color is great. He's shown a lot of that. And I thought that the writing was good. The character is a pretty serious character, so I read him like a Superman, like a declarative statement. So I think it worked. And that the character being really busy, I think it worked. I think that his lettering is. I mean, I hate to say, like mailing, like a lettering, but the lettering like pulled it all together because so much, all the coloring, all the letter, all the art could all be good, and the lettering doesn't look like it. Looked like Sam Rosen lettered it. It was real. Bill Williams lettered it. It was really good.
It might have been the look he was going for.
It was, and he did a great job. I have to say. Everybody wants to do a comic book, and to have one come out that looks like he wanted it to, is pretty good, pretty special.
I want to do a comic book too. I just want the time to do a comic book.
Well, but he's in a different situation as you. You're doing everything. You're doing everything on your comic, right?
Yeah, not exactly my smartest move to date, but yeah.
Well, but you pencil and ink, and then naturally on the computer you pencil and ink. I mean, it's almost, and then you're going to do your lettering and stuff like he does. He just does the writing. He's got to farm it all out.
If I was smart, I would have done the comic years ago, and then just said I just did it.
Well, that's kind of what I'm going to do. That's what Tucci told me to do.
Yeah, but I'm not that
smart. But it's not all my. I don't have the artwork, which is
fine.
I've
had the idea for years.
But I don't have time. I don't have time for the stuff I'm supposed to do.
Yep, I hear you there. I got James waiting on pages from me. I got some other guy waiting on stuff from me. I got some other guy that wants a couple of covers from me. And I still got to fix pancakes.
Weren't you going to do some colors for me?
Yeah. Well,
I just did a cover for Ashley Land, the guy who did Unbreakable Argonauts.
Well, for real?
Yeah, I did it earlier this month.
Why is it I'm trying to foreshorten his hand where he's holding this sword, and it looks like two ball sacks hanging down.
Interesting.
Terrible.
Well, here's the issue with this. He has so many. You could just have the black highlights of his costume. If you don't halo them, you're like just all full. And it could just be, he's all
okay,
black.
but ain't that cheating, kind of,
Well, that's his
I
costume.
detail, man. I want to piss off Smiller, and I want to show detail.
Smiller.
All my artwork.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
That was some of the
I could say a lot of
arguments
things
I've
about
ever
some of these guys, but like EVS could draw a comic book. You could say a lot of things about him, and you could say, but he could draw a comic book. There's no doubt. It's not the way I draw a comic book. I can't believe how he draws it, to be honest with you. But he could draw a comic book. How he does it, he just does the light drawing, and all of a sudden he draws the ink, and the characters sometimes they get stiff, but he really can draw.
Have you seen some of his draw streams?
Yeah,
it is pretty good. Pretty good stuff.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and he's like doing it the old-fashioned way. There's no digital incorporated. It's all pen and ink. That's one of the other reasons why I went digital. I get so frustrated. I'll erase and erase, and next thing I got a hole in my Bristol board.
Well, I've been thinking a lot about digital, and which I never did because before this I was never busy doing anything all these years. I mean, every once in a while I do drawing, I do drawing or something. So there was no reason for me to invest in the computer for that or anything. And the one thing about it, you could be if you scan this, and all the fixing could be so great. Oh, it's too big, and you just make it smaller. That's awesome.
Well, that's the good part of it. I like that, being able to okay, well, this guy's arm looks a little deflected over here, so I'll move it over here. That kind of stuff. Or this guy's eyeball looks like it's way up here when it should be a little bit down here.
Graham is all digital.
Who is?
Graham Nolan.
Yeah, Graham's gone.
Really?
Graham went all digital.
Well, for Escape from Monster Island, he's doing a penciling digital, and he's inking it traditional because that's how the original came out. But basically, he's all digital. And to me, if you're digital and you make it look like you're good enough to make it look like you did it by hand, that you're really good.
Yeah, you can't make anything digitally look good if you don't know how to draw to begin with.
So that's my problem.
And he wasn't going to do digital. He was one of these guys, I'm never going to do digital. And then he was doing that Sunshine State cartoon digitally. And he said, and then he started doing that thing he did with Zach, the Sylvester Stallone comic that nobody's got.
I got Jawbreakers. I got the Jawbreakers they did for $1.
I heard you got. How was it?
It's good, but it reminds me of early Extreme Studios artwork.
Oh yeah,
but it's a good story. I mean, he really put a lot of work in on it. So I highly recommend. And for $1, dude, it's a fantastic book.
Huh. Oh yeah, Fragger gave me this. I should be drawing with my carpenter's pencil.
Oh, dude, I haven't seen
It was
one
like,
of those since me and the old man
greatest way to put it blacks, and I'm like, dude, I don't know about that. No, dude, you got to try it.
Dude, Fragger does some weird stuff. I mean, but that's how he's always been.
Oh yeah. I was sitting there, and I'm sitting with him at South Carolina Con Junior, him and his daughter. He gives you a big hug, and he's doing a commission in somebody's back of Skeletor. Oh my God, this guy!
It's Skeletor is just
commission. You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, there's so many bad sketches I've done over the years. I don't want any more bad sketches anymore. He did some job. And he'll just take some pen and he'll just do this. And then it'll work. And I saw, and I'm not supposed to say anything, so I'm going to tell you guys. I saw his comic.
Nice.
I saw his comic. It's going to
Black
get
Flag.
done. He has the whole thing laid out.
He's had it laid out for a long time.
He's not inking it. He's so detailed. Man, he's got, people don't understand that he's got more than a 40-hour job, real job. You know, he's just not just a comic artist; he's a producer and stuff. And that is going to come out. That people kill him, and it is too late, and he's embarrassed by it. But he's not going to screw anybody. You're going to get your comic. It's unbelievable too. I wasn't around when he started it, so I don't know how he got talked into it. You know.
Well, I can tell you what I tried to tell him was I've got his original ones. You know, the original books.
Yeah.
And he signed them all to me. I mean, all of them. I've got all the covers, everything. And I was just like, man, you got to be doing this book, dude. You got to do it.
Yeah. No, it really looks good. And now that his health issues are done, he's not shaking anymore. He showed me what he's shaking. Like, he had really bad health issues.
That's right. He had to get an operation.
Yep.
You know, as young as he is, I mean, I don't think he's 50 yet. He had that kind of
Just
issue.
turned 50.
Huh?
He just turned 50, he told me.
Okay. I knew he was younger than me by a few years, but just you know, for him to have all those problems and stuff, that just makes me feel so bad for him.
I'll be back in a few minutes, guys.
All right.
And Andy and Dennis are just like they are on stream. They bust each other. They bust on me.
Dude, I would swear they're brothers. The way they act.
Oh, I know. It's unbelievable.
How long have they known each other?
Oh God.
Now I think 15 or 20 years. I think ever since
that. I think they met long before that.
Well, they met here in Charlotte. It wasn't before Charlotte, but Andy's been here a long time. I don't know how long Dennis has been here. Dennis lives like 5 minutes from me. I bounce into him in the store sometimes. And they're smart. They stay out of everybody's trouble. I watch all the trouble, but I don't talk about it much. They stay out of all the trouble, and you don't see them reviewing too many any other CG books, because that's where you start the trouble.
Well, no, he backed mine.
I know he likes your book. But by the way, if Andy backs your book, he told me he doesn't back everybody's book, James. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, and Dennis. So I just sent Dennis.
Dennis backs more than Andy.
Dennis got the novel, so I sent his novels out today.
Oh, good.
To him, so he's going to get the novels. So I'm sending everybody's novels out early, so that way they can read everything.
King, he's under. I don't like this. I don't like his face, but his body I'm working on.
The thing about Nightcrawler is his outfit's actually pretty simple.
I'm finding that out now.
I love drawing those fingers and toes.
Yeah, the fingers are fun.
I don't blame you.
They're so awesome.
I'm no hand.
For people that say, "Oh, I hate drawing fingers. I hate drawing hands," Nightcrawler is the exception.
He's awesome.
Because just the way they did his, just the way they do his hands and everything,
This is why they love drawing him. He's a fun character to draw.
Do you want to know something? What's really weird is this is the very first time I've ever drawn him.
Yeah,
where's my?
I don't think I've ever drawn him either.
I've drawn Wolverine. I've drawn Rogue. I've drawn Cyclops. I've drawn
Wolverine, Rogue. Yeah, Weapon X.
Yeah. Rogue's my go-to girl. That's the one I usually go to.
Haldir, you should be in here.
What is Haldir doing?
He's in the chat. I'm not paying attention. I can't type in the chat on this system.
Yeah, I can't type into it either.
So I have my phone out, but I'm not doing anything in the chat because I'm drawing.
Okay, I'm back.
Great if Fade left.
She did.
Left you.
Damn it.
I have to talk to her. I'm supposed to do something with her, and it's kind of. I don't know. I have to see how it's.
She said she had to dip out for a minute. Nah, I checked on Mama Donna. She's not feeling too good.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, she got a flu shot the other day, and it's hitting her.
Yeah.
I never get flu shots.
Oh dear, I've done some pulling on my Kobo Color e-reader. It's almost like drawing on paper. A larger, more powerful e-tablet would be great for drawing. Well, go to Wacom and get one, you cheap ass. Oh, Don, you're so funny. Not really.
It's probably from being too lax on the pancakes the other day.
Go Holmes.
You know?
He's up on them pancakes now. Michael Ferrero's got a message for you, Mr. Bacon. He is humbled anytime you like his stuff, and he says your art is insane.
Who says that?
Michael
I appreciate it.
Ferrero. Spaghetti.
Awesome.
Ferrero.
Thank you very much.
If I mispronounce your name and you take high offense to it, send all hate mail to Duck Bacon at Earthling.com. I'm trying to draw, gentlemen. It's not going very well for me for some reason.
I don't know why I was going. I was tired all day.
Your colors are showing. I'm not.
And then I just started making coffee.
Hey, just so
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was going to be honest with you. Why I had to watch the World Series. That's why I wasn't on last week.
No, you.
That's my weak attempt at a
You
Nightcrawler.
missed out. You totally missed out.
I got the right over here. It's supposed to be the sword handle, like a pirate sword or whatever.
It's awesome.
And I had to hide those fingers. I swear to God, they look like nutsacks just hanging there.
Yeah, I just realized something that I don't want to be a part of any controversy here.
Well, come on, man. Controversies are fun.
No, I mean, I want to show my stuff before I get accused of not doing it.
Show it.
Nice.
Show it. Thank you.
That's
I think
the
it
back
sucks,
camera.
but I think that about everything I do. Up to and including laundry.
Okay.
Come on, man. Throw it out there.
It-
Let's make it big. Talk sexy to it. Make it big.
It's not.
Man, that's a good-looking Nightcrawler right there. What do you think, Chad? Look at that. Just a big blur of yellow.
How do I do the?
Is he peeing in the snow?
How do I do the where it turned the camera around?
You got to go to settings, and then you got to go to video, and then you got to unclick mirror camera.
Video. Unclick. Mirrored.
Or
front
just
camera,
smack
back
it real
camera.
hard and see what happens.
Smack it really hard. Right.
Have you turned it off and turned it back on?
There we go.
All right. Okay. Well, that's just your avatar, dude. You're taking up everyone's valuable time, Duck Bacon.
Yeah, never mind. The
God,
heck?
man. We tune in to see your awesome art, and this is what you give us.
Stupid.
We're going to James. Hell with you. James, what you got going on? Well, I'm just going to quit. I'm just going to quit drawing because you've already beat everybody. That's
Right.
it. I surrender.
Are you sure that James didn't start early? I mean, like mailing?
Even if he did, it's fine with me.
Hold on. I need to pop out and pop back in.
Oh, come on. What is it with me and the pop-ins and pop-outs?
I did not stop. I did not start until the camera
I
started
know you
rolling.
did. I'm only teasing you.
Jesus.
I know.
Here, you want to see how I'm doing?
Oh, you're doing the, yeah, okay. Yeah.
He's a little tall.
Well, maybe he is. We don't know for sure.
It's 11 by 7. I'm drawing 11 by 17. I got to buy a smaller pad.
Yeah, I'm on 11 by 17 also.
Oh, it make me feel better then. Thank you.
I used to be 11 by 17, and then puberty hit.
And you
There
shrunk.
we go.
No.
There we go.
Yeah, puberty.
Wait,
All
what's
right.
the rules? How long do you guys have?
Oh, I'm
to
definitely
draw?
quitting now.
Until the show's over,
How long is that?
I have no clue.
When I say,
Oh,
look at this man.
Good.
Look at this man. Freaking legend right here.
I'll show you what I just did. I did this in like 15 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Watch, it's going to be like a friggin' masterpiece, like Malin's.
It's a masterpiece. I know.
It didn't show it.
No, I just see your beep beep.
I got the wrong thing on. Don still knew it doing all this.
Hmm.
You did that in 15 minutes. I believe it.
Oh,
There we
20
go.
minutes.
Yeah.
20 minutes.
That's it right
20
there. That's it.
That's awesome.
I'm ashamed. You should have
I
taken
have
an extra 30 seconds to color it.
I have to say, when I was watching Graybeards, I thought they all did a great job. I thought Aaron's was really good, as well. Not just Malin's. Malin's was excellent.
What were they drawing?
No, they were drawing image.
Max.
They wanted to get Malin on the show. They said, we're going to draw image characters, make him feel comfortable. And then, it's not a competition, of course. And then, until it is. And then they decided to all do the Max because Malin wanted to have a competition. And we see Aaron sets it up so you see him drawing. And you don't see David at all. You just see him drawing. And same thing with what used to be.
Well,
Kelsey.
no, that's not true. If you look real closely at the stream, Marcus, you see smoke coming off of David's thing that he's drawing on.
Oh, I know.
That's just how badass he is.
He's so good. I know. And then Dan Lawless did Prophet. The other three did the Max.
Listen to how
But
unimpressed.
Aaron doesn't know. Aaron doesn't know about any of the image characters.
Hello.
Crazy because he drew for Image.
Bless you.
I know, but he really doesn't know. Like, what's really funny about all this stuff is like the guys don't always read the comics.
What did Aaron do for
busy that they stopped buying the comics.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know Aaron.
Well, that's
I know
what usually
Aaron.
happens with them.
Aaron and Andy both did Costian, and Lepresti also did Sludge for
Malibu. Yeah.
Malibu.
Yeah.
But I don't remember what he did for Image.
He did a couple of Gen 13s.
Yeah, he did some.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got those.
Is that when they teamed up with Superman?
No.
Mhm.
Did they?
Yeah, at one point in time, I think, or was it Batman? I don't know. They freaking teamed up with somebody. That was right about the time I started not giving a shit.
But he doesn't know those characters, and Aaron doesn't know any of the X-Men either.
Okay, that's
He never bought the X-Men. A couple of the guys never bought the. Oops, sorry. A couple of the guys never bought the X-Men. Graham and Aaron were like everybody were contrary to the X-Men when they were kids. They just
Hang on, I gotta unfriend them.
all that John Byrne stuff.
I gotta unfriend them on Facebook now. That's
I know.
Terrible. There's now a feud between me and the creator of Bane because he doesn't know the X-Men.
Well, he ended up drawing the X-Men later. He does know them now. He ended up drawing some not Elsewhen, whatever they call it.
Yeah, let me
Graham
stop.
on
I don't want Graham Nolan showing up to my house whipping my ass. No, thank you. That's not on my bingo card.
Graham doesn't even like to draw that much.
Well, for a guy who don't like it, he's real good at it.
Well, he likes to draw if he has a story. He's not a sketcher.
I believe I was the first person to tell Graham Nolan about Comicsgate. I went to a comic convention at Colorado Springs. He was a guest, and we're just talking and stuff. And I started talking about Comicsgate, and he goes, "What's this? You got to join? You got to do a membership? What do you got to do to be a part of this thing?" He didn't know. He never heard of it before at that point.
He's getting mad.
And then weeks later or something like that, he was all of a sudden a part of it.
Why didn't they invite me? Damn it. Send me an email.
That's a good question.
No, I had to announce to the world on Twitter that I was part of Comicsgate, and then I get bitched at by Mark Brooks.
Did you?
Yeah.
Dude, Mark Brooks, anytime you say anything about what he was doing, anything like that, Mark Brooks goes off on
The dude come out of nowhere, and he's like, this is a terrible idea. They wrote up a whole article on Bounty in the Comics about it. It was like the stupidest thing ever.
Well, even the people in Comicsgate don't know they're in don't understand Comicsgate. It's just it just is what it is. Oh, I'm a comic sheet TM. You know, they all are so super. Everybody's super serious. I mean,
dude, you got to be super serious, man. What are you doing? You're not serious? Get out of here. What are you doing?
Oh, this is that.
We take all this seriously. This
really
these comic books, damn it.
Crowdfunding.
This is the most life-changing thing ever.
They don't understand crowdfunding either.
You're gonna sit there and tell me you don't take comic books seriously? This is life-altering
We have
entertainment.
people who don't understand crowdfunding either.
People flying around in unitards, and you get to draw them and weird shit, and you don't take this seriously? How dare you?
I know.
What kind of world are we living in?
You've done it now, dude. You've done it now.
Well, if you don't like comics, you can work for Eric July, right?
I'm sending my resume now.
Don, you'd be the best artist there.
I want to work on ice.
Compliment. That's not even a compliment.
Ice on what? I don't know.
I didn't buy any of that. I
was jazzed about it. Seriously, all jokes aside, I was jazzed about Ice On because it was something new, right?
Yeah, me too.
I had just started following Eric July on YouTube. This is back when he was mainly political, okay? Not all about his business, okay? So I'm into it. I'm thinking, yeah, this might be decent. And then I paid the money like a fool. I paid the money, got the book, and immediately put it down. I leave to it. This is what I do with every brand new book I get, unless it's, like a novel. I go through the comic. I just kind of look, because I'm visual. I'm very visual. I look at the art first, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then usually I'll go back. It's intrigued me enough. I'll go back. I'll read the story. Even in some of the suckier stuff, I'll go back and read it, like with X-Men or something, because I'm a true fan. Anyway, I couldn't even go back and read the story. I had to set that shit to the side for a couple of days. I put it to the side. I'm like, this just looks bad. It did not look like. I'm like, who is Cliff Richards? This is a name I've heard of before, right? I know I've heard of Cliff Richards before. Turned out I hadn't, but I thought I did. I set it to the side, and I gave it a couple days, and I went back to it, and I read it, and I'm like, it's even worse now that I've read it because the story doesn't make any sense either. It was just bad. It was just bad. So I had to unsubscribe all the way on that one. I mean, good for him and whatever he does. I wish him well. I hope it goes to what he wants to do, and I hope he makes $1 bajillion. I don't really care. It doesn't affect me one way or the other. And I'm not about to pick a fight with anybody over it. But he ain't getting my money anymore. Or my support.
Well, I went, the same thing was, I was saying, I went to Heroes Con. I'm going to ask these other guys, should I get this book? Because I didn't back it because it's $35 plus $15 shipping. And that made it a $50 book.
Remember when I said I gave him money like a fool? Yeah. Remember that.
And I said to myself, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to ask my buddies at Heroes Con. And they said, don't. It's not that good. Don't. I asked Andy, don't. He didn't back it, but Dennis did, and he read it. He goes, don't get it.
Oh, they had.
I did it. Then I read it on a pirate site. I'm like, I'm mad. I read it on the pirate site.
You did what?
Oh yeah, I'll read everything on the pirate site.
You pirated a comic book?
But and then I hate to say it, but one was so bad that I don't even take the time to read number 2.
Yeah, it was pretty horrible.
And then I'm like, and in my mind, I have like Chuck Dixon novels and Chuck Dixon comics, and I read all his comics. I think it's a negative. I'm not 100%, but I almost feel a little less like great about Barron and Dixon because they work for Eric July. I don't want to feel that way.
I don't feel bad about that. I mean,
I don't feel bad about that because real simple, they're getting paid.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I know that's true. I agree with you. Then I think about it. You're right.
I look at it like this: they're getting paid, and they're probably getting paid pretty good. I got number one specifically because me and Gabe Altaiba friends, and he did coloring for me for the covers of my book, and so I'm looking at the book and I'm like, okay, the colors look good, but the story was weak, and I was like, you guys, this should be a whole lot better than this. I know what he was trying to do with the story, but it just didn't work. And like I said, I got the first one, and then of course, Gabe left, and he went and started his own thing with Dean Cain and everything. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. I'm just not gonna pick up any more of them.
I'm going this way.
How did you like? Did you get the Dean Cain comics, James?
Yeah, it was a fun. It's a fun.
It looked all right. That artist is all right.
I mean, it's a spoof of James Bond is what it is. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Again,
his comics are expensive. Like they're not $25. It's like that's a limit for me in a lot. Unless it's like a special, you're getting 2 books or it's a giant graphic novel. It's tough. It's tough, and I felt a little ripped off by Truth, Justice, and American Way. So
that whole thing with Truth, Justice, American Way was just a complete. That's when you really got to know who you're working with, and everything like that, and then just because they caused a lot of bad blood.
It sure did.
They're calling it a bait and switch and all that stuff.
Well, Gabe, they had the big fight. We kind of know why, but we're really not sure. And then obviously David wasn't going to draw the book anymore. So Gabe, to his credit, did get the book out. Is it the what everybody paid for it? It was not, but he did get the book in everybody's hands. That other guy's a nice artist. He's not David Williams. Honestly, so that's
very few people
how it goes.
that caliber, dude.
Well, he wanted to go. He wanted to go do the Western book. You know what I'm saying?
He was already doing that book,
right?
He wasn't finished with that yet when they signed up for it. That was part of the problem too. But it was obviously the personality clash.
Right, I agree. I totally agree with you on that.
And I don't hate both. I don't hate Gabe. I mean, it's just the way it worked out. I don't know what to say. I like David. For a while, I was on Gabe's side because I thought his story was believable. But now I just don't even know.
I don't take sides.
Well, you know what I mean. Yeah, I decided not to take a side.
I just take hearts.
I mean, I still don't have a David Williams comic.
It's like this whole thing with
I didn't get that either.
Just some of these fights that break out among creators.
That's a normal fight though. Like to have 2 co-creators get in a fight of who owns what.
Well, no, I'm not talking about stuff like that. That's serious. That's creator-owned rights. That's
not a CG
to get money. I'm talking about some of this other stuff.
True, that's just stuff that happens.
It just seems kind of silly. People dying overseas and y'all bitching about whether action figures look the same. Like, come on.
You're telling me. I don't disagree with you.
I mean, I get it. Y'all want them views, but come on. The reality of the situation is it's just goofy. It's a toy. Let's all just enjoy it for what it is. Damn it, I said I wasn't going to get political. Look what y'all have done to me.
We're not that.
Yeah, I don't bother arguing with anybody about politics online, especially Jimmy Palmiotti. I'm friends with Peter, and Jimmy even
Pete's a good guy.
Yeah, Peter's a great guy.
I knew Pete in the 90s. When I did that comic, I knew Pete. I don't know him anymore. We crossed paths.
Well,
he worked at Valiant in the ball pin. I know that.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, Palmiotti is when it comes to comic books, Palmiotti is really good. He's a good guy. He's a good human being too. So is his wife. His wife is wonderful. Amanda's just great.
I was talking about Peter, though, his brother.
Which one are we talking about?
We're talking about both, but I was talking about Peter though after that.
Damn it, James, making this all look bad now, man.
I mean, I'll make you guys look bad.
But yeah, I met Jimmy before at a convention. He's a nice guy. You just don't want to talk politics with him. I mean,
no, that's the whole point. You just talk comics and have a good time and don't worry about it.
You let me get a hold of Tom McFarlane. I'm going to talk politics to that man. I ain't going to talk nothing about comics at all. I'm going to say, why are you buying baseballs, man?
Tom McFarlane's going to say, I know nothing about comics.
Why you do that? And then they'll
He's
say,
going to tell you I didn't like the comics.
He's
going to tell you I didn't like the comics when I drew them. That's what he's going to say.
I want to get in a partnership with Todd McFarlane.
Right?
I met the real Al Simmons, bro.
Dude, I've got books signed by Al Simmons. What are you talking?
You know what, dude? You always got to one up somebody.
Dude, Al was everywhere.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah? Well, he came to my Days Inn when I was working the night shift. And he did not know who I was, but he said hello to me, and he tipped me, and I gave him some fresh linen. And he gave me a Spawn pen. And he told me stuff. So there.
Have I ever told you the story how I got a first chair one time in the 5th grade?
Don't you start Duck Bacon. Don't you dare.
I'll tell you this. I went to elementary school with Matt Dillon.
Nice.
Matt Dillon?
Yep. We just had a reunion. He said, "What's Matt doing?" And like played football with his best friends and stuff. He knew what.
I was thinking Matt Damon for some reason.
Matt Dillon, the actor. Well, he was before Matt Damon. He was a better version of Matt Damon. Are you kidding?
A better version. All fans of Matt Damon send hate mail too. James D. Lee.
My father had a court case against Donald Trump.
At some point in time, who hasn't had a problem with Donald Trump?
I think everybody at some point in time has been in a court case with Donald Trump.
Yeah,
it's like a badge. It's like
it really didn't have to do with Donald Trump so much. It had to do with Marlon Maples.
Ooh, yeah. There's a name. Marlon Maples. I remember seeing her. My mom used to read the Inquirer and stuff like that back when I was a kid. You know,
it's a big Inquirer thing.
And I remember thinking, "You did right, Donald. You did right." There's a piece right there.
Inquirer.
She's a lookup.
I knew the kid. I knew the guy who was Jeffrey Epstein's first cellmate.
That's a weird brag.
Isn't it? But I did know him. I worked with him doing carpet for his dad in the summer. Nicky, good old Nicky.
Good old Nicky the cellmate.
Well, Nicky was a bad cop. He killed 3 people in a gangland style.
Well, I guess that depends on your definition of bad, doesn't it?
Well, no, he was bad.
I mean, hey, maybe he thought killing people gangland style was okay.
Well, he's supposed to be a police officer, so I'm thinking not.
I'm sorry, have you seen the news lately?
This is a little while before what's going on lately. It's not like that poor squirrel.
If you offend the blue, even if you're a squirrel, you got to pay the price.
That poor squirrel, huh?
Facts, man. Everybody's on the side of the squirrel. I say screw that squirrel. He had it coming to him. He's out there trying to get a nut. And you see what happens when you try to get a nut in the state of New York. You go down, baby. You go down.
They took his raccoon, too. They took the raccoon.
Oh, they took a raccoon? Now they're on my shit list. I love raccoons.
Yep, and they killed them both instead of letting them out in the wild or whatever. I guess since they're domesticated,
back in a minute.
They're not going to survive in the wild as they're thinking. So let's just kill them.
And yet, I bet you anything, less than a block from that street where they took those animals, there's probably like Ecuadorian and El Salvadorian immigrants just doing all kinds of criminal activities, illegals, setting up shop, living out of trash cans and shopping baskets, stealing
Eating
shit.
cats.
Yeah, eating cats. It's okay, Max. Not you. Stay over there. Don't get upset. Max being like, who eating cats? I'll take care of that. Yeah, it's a weird world we live in, gentlemen. It's a weird world we live in now. It's just so much craziness going on. Honestly, I don't recognize a lot of it anymore. I'm drawing something, but I don't know what I'm drawing. I think it's a light. I changed it. I don't got him trying to hold the sword no more because I couldn't do it. It's beyond my capabilities.
Really?
I have to know when to fold them. And I do. I know when to fold them. I know when to hold them. And gentlemen, I'm not holding. I fold them. So if creative phase intent was to prove that I can't draw a fuzzy elf mutant holding swords, she wins. The challenge was issued. I could not meet it. The real lesson learned here today is don't kill squirrels.
Don't draw swords.
Don't draw swords. Do not do it. It is a terrible thing.
I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to go refill my coffee.
You were missed, dude. There was like a massive vacuum in the whole stream.
I realized that because I talk so much.
I heard Justin issue a sigh of relief upon your return.
I don't know. I think my next thing, maybe I will draw the hit pencils down guy on one of these streams. We should draw that. That would be the promotion, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna have a contest too, so I'll submit it into the contest.
We should do that.
It looks like fun. Like I've only drawn one contest, and that was Lopresti's contest, which I knew I wasn't going to win because I knew I wasn't going to be a digital painter. But I like doing it.
Whose bell keeps going off?
I did Kit Carter.
No, but I want to publish all the.
Yeah, your Kit Carter is awesome.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I really had a lot of fun with it. I definitely wanted to give her that big chest too.
Yeah.
I wish he found a way to like include some of those drawings. That
these are the key important aspects of the character.
Absolutely.
You know, but it is what it is.
A lot of people think it's the bubble helmet. No. It's not the bubble.
Well, I created the character that you saw today. I posted, and that's Kitty Nova in 1995.
It's how well you fill out a shirt.
And so I told Aaron I wasn't going to sue him. So
I'm sure he uttered a sigh of relief too.
Yep.
He was like, "Oh, thank God."
Wait, it's Kit Carter, the Galactic Rangers, and it's Captain Courage of the Galactic Rangers. So we were doing it in the late '90s. So it's really kind of funny. It's just the way it is, but it's hilarious. But we were doing that forever. I remember that I was working for this guy who did this comic called Andromeda Comics, and he penciled and inked and he colored it with Prismacolor markers on the board, and he lettered it. His lettering was so bad, and he comes over to where I was working, and I was doing art stuff, art classes, and working for art store.
Oh,
so you want to ink this for me? And he gives me one of his pages as a tryout, like a page he was going to use. So I did that. Oh, you want to ink it? I go, sure. And we got contracts. And he goes, this is my writer, this guy, Eric. So we hit it off. This guy was from the Bronx, and me and Eric were from other place. We hit it off real well. And we're sitting at a comic convention at Ramapo Comic Con. I sat next to Dave Cockrum. And
Nice.
This guy comes up, this guy, Steve Busty. I think he has a museum in like Iowa or something. And he's publishing comics, Fantastic Worlds. Sam Glansman. That's the famous guy he's publishing. And he goes, you guys want to do a story, a throwback story, and my partner comes up with Captain Courage. Did that story. I don't like it that much. I'd include it, by the way, in my graphic, and if I did a Crowdstarter, Kickstarter or something. And Indiegogo, I'm not allowed to use Kickstarter, right? And pardon my comment. And then we're doing like the story. We had an extra page. He goes, we got an extra page. So I made a poster, and there was two characters. He goes, I need a third character. This is not balanced. And I created the stripper with a card of gold, Kitty Nova. It's kind of an answer against She and Lady Death and all that stuff. Everybody thought that was just hack stuff.
It has been my experience.
I told Billy that, but he laughs at me. But
in my long and industrious life, that all strippers, deep
have
down,
a heart. Well, stripper from the 50s that had a heart of gold.
whether they stole it from someone or not, they have a heart of gold. Gentlemen, in the chat, I have to throw out a special shout out. My homeboy, Eric, Scott, yeah, my homeboy whose name I don't know.
Yeah, my homeboy, I don't know his name.
Scott Hansen, what's up, dude? We were shipmates on the Halsey. We had some good times, man. Welcome to the show, my brother.
You were a seaman?
Yes, he was seaman that got off. He was electronic warfare. I was
That's
deck
pretty
seaman.
funny.
My dude, bringing it back. What's up?
A seaman.
Aha! Man, yes. Glad you found this guy. My dude. Oh man,
I don't know if I want to draw this. I don't know if I want to draw this sword hilt.
Don't.
Why are you drawing? What?
How about like I did?
I don't
Just quit.
I don't use the sword at all. I'm not using it.
I don't know. My thing I took, my pose that I found that had nothing, which I now made he's too tall. I don't know. What am I going to do?
I really wanted to do the sword, but for some reason I just
It looked natural with a sword, so I wanted to put a sword in. I wasn't thinking about it. It just kind of ended up that way.
Now I got him in some really super gay pose, holding on to I don't know, looks like a light or something. I don't know. Could be
He
a dildo.
probably is gay now, isn't he?
He come out of Mystique's butt, wasn't it?
Yeah, right?
Let me see if I can share my screen here and show everybody how not to draw a Nightcrawler. This is how not to draw, kids. Right here. Don't ever do this.
You always say that looks great.
Oh, that looks
that's
great.
The right
Yeah.
size. My
So
Nightcrawler's
you're okay with the
8.5
fact he's
small.
holding on to the dildo up there like that?
I don't-
His friggin' hands are killing me, guys. This stupid
Really?
mutant. Friggin' mutie.
You. That's all the derogatory terms.
I want to ask Justin, how is it working with Dillard?
Pretty good. He just sent me another page today. So we are about 45% done. He's pretty easy to work with.
Is
Justin,
he really fast?
while
He
we're
seems
in the
like he's
wall-
pretty fast.
Shut up, Marcus. I'm in charge.
Yeah, he's pretty fast, but he's got other things he's working on and a family and everything. So
Oh yeah, I know. I mean,
that's
but
the
we
family.
know way too much about his family at this point, but that's not on us.
Justin,
Yeah.
share your stuff.
I mean, I hope he does really well with that. I really hope he does well with that yellow flash thing.
Why were so many people talking down about the design of it? I didn't think it was that bad.
I don't know. I wasn't paying. It doesn't seem too much like a. I don't know.
Sell your product, Justin. Sell it now.
do it.
Stage is yours, brother.
This is Pencils Down.
Okay, that's enough.
It's kind of a love letter to CG. I wanted to bring unity to the community.
Awesome.
And
you failed.
I failed, I guess. No matter what I do, nobody's going to be happy. There's people that are mad that certain people might be in the comic. There's people that told me, don't put me in there if somebody else
I'm
is in
happy.
there.
I see
blah,
you
blah,
properly
blah.
representing me by the seagull. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, those are characters actually from The Little Mermaid, if you're familiar with that title by Pixel Trader.
Never heard of it.
Come on.
All right, go ahead, man.
I'll show you the whole cover over here. This is the main cover. You got
Awesome.
Sebastian, the crab.
Is she
We got-
doing things with that pencil sharpener? What's going on?
There's a crab.
She's sharpening his tip.
Yeah, right. There's a crab.
Just a tip, baby.
Just the tip. And then in the background, you got Mermaid, you got Cocaine Shark. And the artist himself is the little boy on the beach, and he's playing with a Dreaded Dinosaur action figure, which is his other IP.
I love
Awesome.
stuff like that. Little cameos and Easter eggs. They're so cool.
Yeah, I was just, I came up with this character one day, and he redesigned it and drew this position, drew this sketch that you see right here with him with the sharpener gun, and I had him make it into the cover.
And you said Dillard? Dillard did this?
Dillard is going to do a cover. He hasn't started the cover yet, but he's also the interior artist.
Awesome.
That's Eric Hodson, right? I follow him.
Yeah, the first one. This one is Eric Hodson, and then I also have a Corey Barton cover.
Nice.
Look at Corey showing off.
Yeah, he did a good job on that. There's a lot of cameos and Easter eggs. It's just a pure satire, fun, like comics used to be.
That's right.
And Hojo did the script, the creator of Mythicals. We got Nancy Moon on the poster on the left, his character.
It'd be all right. That guy could sell a book once in a while.
Yeah, he knows how to sell books.
He doesn't. He's terrible at it. He can't promote or nothing.
But Corey knows how to draw big racks, so that's what I wanted. Hojo forgot to add women to the script, so I knew I was going to have a Corey Barton cover. I had to do something, so I said, imagine this artist is living in squalor, and he's eating cat food and living paycheck to paycheck, working for the big two.
So your script with the sausage fest.
So you did properly represent me in your comic.
So no, it's kind of like Mark Brooks' life, you know?
Where's up those kids at, bro?
So, yeah, I know you launched on Katie's channel. Somehow she made me a mod after 5 seconds. So when I'm a mod, I feel responsible to be on these channels.
She asked me to do a logo for her. I don't know if she uses it or not.
This is John Dillard's art.
That's awesome.
It's a beast, dude.
We did like the Ren and Stimpy style. That's what we were going for. Just pure fun. Everybody gets a laugh. You can see the last panel that's very highly influenced by like John Kay, the artist of Ren and Stimpy. That's one of his favorite artists. He's told me a few times. Mm-hmm. And this is the lovely Fanta, or Dark Angel, her secret identity.
Well, it ain't secret now, is it? Good job, Justin.
Someone asked me, "What the hell? She's got fucking wings. Why is she driving a car?" I don't know. It's just a costume. Maybe those wings don't work.
Aerodynamic.
Maybe she was tired, doesn't want to fly. It's a lot of work on her wings. Maybe she was flying all night the day before.
Maybe she's driving an Aerostar.
So maybe she just wanted to drive. So.
She's too cool for just having a car. She's got to have wings too.
And then he travels and has a little adventure, and he goes through the slums, runs into some characters. We got the Spotlight Cats instead of the Starlight Cats. We got Finatra with his man bun.
Nice.
Awesome.
This is the first page that he submitted when he started working on the project, page 4. It just came out really nice. And
that's nice work.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's got big muscles. Shading's good.
Kim got the chesticles.
Yeah, and you got some women in the background for some eye candy.
Awesome.
Just really fun stuff. This is what I wanted to, bring comics back to when everybody was laughing. And I wanted to, everybody to be represented. I wanted to put everybody in CG, even people that might be anti-CG now. I just wanted to get everybody their chance to be in the book. But of course, I can't include everyone, so I offered a drawn-in tier, which sold out the first 24 hours. So if you weren't in the book or whatever, you can buy your way in. So I tried to make it as fair as I could and give everybody Yeah. And besides the regular comic, I'm putting out the Dillard line art edition, which is only digitally, but you can buy that for $8. You get the both standard edition and the line art edition for $8 PDFs. And I have physical copies. I have digital and physical together. And the first 100 people that back the physical tier, any physical tier, will get a pencils down engraved pencil, laser engraved.
Isn't that a little redundant?
Yeah, I was trying to think of something original that someone hasn't done.
I think that's kind of cool.
So yeah. I've never seen a custom pencil. And
your pencil is shouting a command at you. Use me.
Yeah, so
I dig it though. I
found somebody on Etsy that makes these pencils. They have like one of those laser engravers, and they burn them in there. And I thought it came out nice. I ordered 100 of them.
Awesome.
Nice. And then I have some stretch goals. We got a 6 a.m. sticker.
Gotta have it.
I have 5K to fund, and then 6K, I will unlock the sticker for everybody. And then if we get to 7K, we will do the Dark Angel sticker. by 6 a.m. Then I was going to actually add more. If we get beyond that point, I'll have more stretch goals added. I want to give you guys more bang for your buck, and just have a good time. And then if people like the story, since this is like a 0 issue, the origin, if everybody likes it, we'll keep going. We'll have Hojo come back and write another story. I think it's a fun time, and you guys will enjoy it. And it's priced right. I got physical copies for $15, and
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
that's
I even have a catch-up tier if you guys wanted to check out Smokes the Fox. I am running low on copies of that. It's almost sold out.
I have a question about Smokes the Fox.
Okay.
How did you get Bob Layton?
And I'm a friend of Bob Layton, actually.
What?
I'm an art collector, and I go to a lot of conventions over the years in many different states, wherever travel to California, Las Vegas, New York, Colorado. Yeah. And I just meet a lot of artists, and over the years, you'll start seeing like a lot of the same guys at different places. And then, I started working on these jams, and I have this book where I work on these jams, and I get different headshots from different artists. Bob Layton was at a few conventions, and over the years, I became friends with him.
That's awesome.
Just by commissioning him. And then he found out that I was getting married. I was talking to somebody else nearby at another table, and he overheard me that I was getting married. And then I was telling him about my book that I had coming out, Smokes. And I asked him, if he would want to do something for my comic. So I already commissioned him. I got just about every piece I ever wanted from every character, and because I've been commissioning him for so long. And he's like, you know what? I'll do something small. And I wasn't sure, like what that meant. So I didn't want to like overburden him. So when I was doing the cover, I asked Don Perlin if he would draw the cover for Smokes, and he said, I'll draw that. And then he did the pencils, and I said, well, I'm going to get Bob Layton to ink it. So that's how it kind of worked. I kind of got the band back together because they worked together before.
I asked because that's part of my, like, there's always a story. So I was going to cons when I was a teenager. In 1981, I'd buy Iron Man, the cover of Iron Man 148 from Bob Layton. He was at every con, like in New York, right? Mm-hmm. And I see him in every con. I finally bought it. I bought it for $35. It sold, and this is in the middle of, it went for untold thousands because there was no Bob Layton's. And then the Don Perlin ones I did interview at Marvel for the Romita Raider position. I talked to Don Perlin. It's kind of funny how that is. But I always thought they were really nice guys.
Yeah, they are. I became friends with Don Perlin on Facebook. He's a big conservative, just a really nice guy. And he was taking commission till probably the day he passed away. He just passed away recently.
I know.
The cover that he did for me was the second to last published cover he ever did. Before the last one was for Chuck Dixon, he did an Airboy cover.
Right.
Wow.
Boy, he hated School Visual Arts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that he was trained by Bern Hogarth.
Oh, he went. Yeah, Bern Hogarth started School Visual Arts in the 50s with the guy Silas Rhodes, who's still around, and but his son went. And he didn't think he was trained well enough, which is probably true. You had a choice at that time. You get the Kubert School or the School of Visual Arts, and the School of Visual Arts has college, accreditation, and Kubert School still doesn't have college accreditation. Mm-hmm. I do not know which one has more people.
I thought they did.
They have an accreditation, but it's not real. It's not the same. Like, you go to any college, Georgia, and like the School of Visual Arts has that accreditation as an art school, and Kubert doesn't. That's why I went to School of Visual Arts, which did well because I got extra pay when I started working for the phone company because I had college. I got started at a higher rate, so.
Yeah, Justin, I don't have any mods yet, dude, so I got to put everything on the description when it's all done up later.
Oh, if you want to make a mod, all you got to do is in the chat on YouTube, not in this, whatever this is, Restream. It'll make 3 little dots next to each person's name. If you click those 3 little dots, it'll say make as a standard moderator, and that's it.
Oh, that's good to know. Thank you. Well, go ahead. Keep talking.
So I made so much money. I wish I still had the cover, but at the time I needed the money, so we sold it. And then it made me think that instead of buying comics in the 80s, I should have bought artwork. You go to these comic conventions.
Oh, yeah.
And in 1981, 82, 83, like when I was going, and you'd sit there and John Byrne would have a stack of pages. And you look at how much are they? Look on the back and they're like $20, $25. And they're like really, big time pages. Now they go for thousands and thousands.
Yeah, Jim Lee was selling his X-Men pages for like $125, $150, like in the early '90s. Now they worth like over $100K.
Oh, I know. Yeah. And some of the artists are kind of burnt they're really upset by that because they lost a lot of money.
Well, I mean, you didn't know.
I mean, I got a Power Man Iron Fist from Kerry Gamble for like $12, and it had a cut in it. And it had pasted, the balloons were yellowing and pasted, but Iron Fist was using the Iron Fist on the cover, And but $15, $18, something stupid like that.
So how do you think Walt Simonson got tipped off to keep all this stuff?
I don't know why. Maybe that's why. Yeah.
It was just he just wanted to.
Maybe he's just inherently smart.
Will Eisman kept all this stuff too.
I started collecting original art when I was younger, and then in 2012 I started really collecting it. So I just have a huge pile of stuff right now. Mainly I'm collecting Barry Windsor Smith stuff in my collection.
Oh, dude. I'd love me some BWS.
That's what that picture was I showed you earlier. That was a Nightcrawler page that him and Sienkiewicz did the inks, actually, and Barry Windsor Smith hated Sienkiewicz. Well, who does he like? He doesn't even like his own inks. Barry Windsor Smith is going back and actually redoing his own inks. He even talked, bad about Bob Layton, which I didn't really care for. I think Bob's an excellent inker, and he does a great job every time I've ever seen him do inks.
Well, where is Ben Windsor Smith? Where's he from?
Barry Windsor Smith, you think he's from Britain, but he's been living in New York somewhere.
He's from Britain, so that explains a lot, actually.
He's from where he at?
So when I was younger, there was cons I used to go to, and the Creation Con, Windsor Smith was there one time, and I was not sure what he was. So I would listen to him, and he just like ripped apart. He wasn't doing any comics at the time. It was all like art stuff, and he was just really snotty, like just talking to the fans and stuff. So.
Well, it's in the accent, if you have that accent, you have to be snobby. Yeah, I think
Let me tell you something, Walt.
But the whole Bob Layton thing that people don't like, all that stuff, is because the breakup of Valiant was so controversial.
I heard Jim Shooter's side of that. Yeah, I talked to Jim Shooter for a while about that, and him and Bob got into a big argument, and it was a big ordeal. But I don't know. I try to stay out of that. It's none of my business.
But. Yeah, I talked to Shooter for 2.5 hours at the bar at Heroes Con, but I didn't ask him. We were asking about Marvel and stuff. We didn't ask him too much about Valiant. I knew a little about it, that it just, it was a whole business thing. It's not just not really a creative thing that broke all that up. That's a whole different ball of wax.
But I ended up walking up to his table, Shooter's table at DenverCon, and we just started talking for over 45 minutes, an hour.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was like, I got this jam I'm working on. Would you want to draw something on it? Because I know he draws, even though he mostly writes, but he's actually drawn some stuff for Valiant in the early days when they didn't have money for artists. And Davey Lapham would kind of like rework his pencils or whatever and make it look even better. But I was like, hey, you think you would draw something? He's like, no, I don't really draw really anymore. And I was like, well, what about a robot? From Magnus Robot Fighter, like just like any standard robot. And he's like, yeah, I could do that. I could draw a robot. And then I got Shooter to draw a robot.
That's fantastic.
I'll think about it.
What a nice guy he was too when I talked to him. Fragger still says, "I can't believe you talked to him. I was so happy you were talking to him." Everybody else is getting drunk, and I'm talking to Jim Shooter.
That's what happened with me. Is I can't drink because I'm allergic to alcohol. So every time there was a party or something like that, I'd be the one that was sober all the time.
Yeah, that happened. I can't really drink a lot. I'm always driving home. So I live local, so I'm not in a hotel. You know.
I can't drink anymore.
Oh, here's the photo of me meeting Jim Shooter with my wife, and he's holding the drawing that he did.
Oh, that's awesome.
Where was that?
At the Denver Con.
Nice.
The man is an absolute legend.
He's tall as shit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he is.
He's even shorter than he used to be. When I was a kid, he'd come in, and he was all straight. He didn't have a cane back then.
Uh-huh.
And my dad used to take us to the cons. My dad's a lawyer, and he used to say, "That Jim Shooter, he knows what he's doing. I have a lot of respect for him." And so when I met him, I said, "Hey, Mr. Shooter, you know, my dad really is impressed by you when we went to the con." And you could tell he liked that. He liked that I called him Mr. Shooter. That was number one, you know. And
a lot of that kind of mannerisms have been lost on today's society.
And then he did like that. My dad did notice, like as a business guy and a lawyer type of thing, that he really explained everything. Like he really was impressed with Jim Shooter, and he really liked that. I told him that, so you could just kind of tell.
I mean, I'm still waiting on you punks to start.
Well,
it's not happening.
Yeah.
No respect. No respect at all. It's all good though. I still got love for you. I'm crazy like that, but you know.
How old was Jim Shooter when he started in comics?
Like 14 or something.
14.
Can you imagine that, dude?
That's crazy.
Like, you don't even know you're working alongside these people who are going to be who they are, you know, who they turn out to be. Like a Stan Lee or a Jack Kirby or a Jim Shooter or Walt Simonson or something like that. And you just show up to work and they're the dude that you happen to sit next to, you know, draw with or shoot the shit with. And then you become who they are, you know? I mean, it's effing fascinating to me.
I cannot remember who it was, but I remember hearing a story. This happened. The guy was 13 years old, and DC had some kind of contest for writers, and he sent in a sample, and they hired him not knowing that he was 13.
What?
No, they didn't know he was 13. You're right, James.
Yeah,
right.
I remember hearing this story too.
He said he was reading a DC. There's an 8-hour interview with him at Comic Historians on YouTube, and he said that he was reading Marvel comics and he was in DC Comics, and he goes, "How come the DC Comics aren't like the Marvel comics?" He goes, "I could do this. I could do this," and he did. And Mort Weisinger hired him, and had no idea how young he was. And then he showed up at the office, and he couldn't believe it. And then Weisinger basically was just a complete, like, yelling him on the phone, "You suck," whatever, you know, and all that.
Yeah, tell me, nobody knew that he was 13. Yeah, and he had
Not
been
for a
writing
long
him for
time.
a couple of weeks, wasn't it? Hadn't he already been writing for him before he went to the office?
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
He was groomed to be a writer.
And then he got the job at 18. He didn't go to college or anything. He got the job at Marvel at 18 to work with Stan Lee.
That's
and
awesome.
he couldn't stay in New York. It was impossible.
Has he done anything else aside from comics? Has he explored any other media?
He does, but he doesn't talk about it that much.
Because Saturday Night Live, they got the logo that he uses on some of that stuff, like his comic stuff. Was it Broadway? Is it his company, Broadway?
Yeah, he did Broadway.
Yeah, I see that.
That
logo
was with
quite a few things.
I think Arda Roy did some work for Broadway.
That's awesome. Arda Roy
How
is
about
awesome.
that guy Arda Roy? He's awesome.
Yeah, he's okay. I don't want to get a big head.
Hey, he's great.
I'm sitting here trying to draw like John Buscema. You know,
bring it, dude.
It's just nice, but I would have been better off if I draw like Jim Lee or James D. Lee, whichever.
James is rocking and rolling down there tonight.
James is the original Jim Lee in my eyes.
Look at this stuff.
I'm a little bit younger.
It's got David Finch vibes going on over here.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
That's badass, brother.
That is awesome.
You're making me moist in all the good ways.
All right, I'm leaving. That moist thing got me going. That's this isn't Ballers, for God's sake.
No, we'll never go that deep into it.
Actually, Jim's about.
Here, I didn't pencil it. I'm this.
Hang on, I'm doing a dark. Hang on. You got me. I'm working with my fill lasso. Dang it!
I don't know if I can.
Bring it back up. Bring it back up. I'll make it big again.
But
you call me at the wrong time.
About 10 years older than me.
That's
kind of moist.
Nice.
Kind of moist. You're making me sweat a little.
I don't know if I'm inking it though.
Come on, bro. Don't go half. Don't
well,
do
it's
it
hard
that
for me to
way.
ink it with the computer where my inking stuff would stand, and I.
Are you at work again? Is that what's going on?
The laptop is right here, right where all my inking stuff would be. I'd have to try to figure something out. I usually have a big pad to get the brush.
Do you prefer to ink traditionally or digitally? Do you have a preference?
Oh, I ink traditionally.
I never did like inking traditionally. You always make a friggin' mess.
Exactly. I haven't really figured out. Like, I haven't been on enough to sit to really have a whole setup. It's just my work laptop, you know.
And even though I've been drawing forever, I'm not one of these dudes that can just draw something and just be so sure of what they're drawing they get it right the first time. Now, I'm a dude that erases, goes back.
Oh, I know it's a mess.
Yeah, so
it came out pretty good though.
Digital's kind of a godsend for me in that respect.
Mm-hmm.
But traditionally, I'm a friggin' mess in all the words. I'm just a mess.
So, like my inking stuff is right here where the draw. It's easy for me to pencil. I might be able. I don't know. We'll see. I'll think about it. I'll sit here and think about it.
Well, please keep us appraised.
You know, some good techniques was just keeping
I could do it.
Or some paper next to you.
Well, I could use brush pens and stuff instead, though.
Don't use the Sharpie.
I could use a Sharpie on this. Yeah, right? That's that funny story.
You'll come there regret it later.
Right?
Oh man, I paid $100.
Yeah, I could use. I don't have to use I don't have to use a dip brush. I could use pens and brush it. I have that. All that stuff Fraga has, a lot of it anyway. So, here. This is my avatar.
Oh, wait a minute.
Now I look for a scrap of paper.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I was wondering where that came from. That's awesome.
Nice.
They were doing. Tom Shioley was doing Jacktober one year. He does it every year, and I thought I was going to do it, so I decided I'm going to do the Hulk. And I opened up my Masterworks, and there's the Hulk's face. I love that Kirby Hulk, you know. And it is time for the Hulk to walk the earth, so I decided to do like a pop art thing, like a big pop art.
That's nice.
So
in my progress.
Nice.
Awesome.
I'm still getting moist. I'm just playing, gentlemen.
You're funny.
Gotta liven it up, man. Even though I started this 2 hours ago. Hey, look who's back. Hello, welcome back.
Welcome back.
I don't think she likes me, guys.
Possibly.
Wait, the best was on the stream the other day. What was on one of Graham's streams? And Graham said, "Creative Faye, are you a man or a woman?" And Faye says, "I interviewed you."
Oh my god,
That's hilarious.
That was so funny.
Okay. Hang on. Okay, go for it, man. Woo! Look at that. I ain't got no clothes on or nothing. Oh my god.
What the heck?
Mama Donna's coming
He's
back
having a
out.
attack.
Max, you gotta move, bro. Hang on, guys. I'll be back.
All right.
It's all quiet now. Yeah, I didn't know this was like a strictly draw stream. I haven't really watched too many episodes. I just tuned in here and there. I know you guys are a new show, so I didn't know. But I just doodle. I don't. I'm not like a professional artist or nothing. But I'm all right if I really try. I can draw something decent. I drew a piece for Bernie Wrightson for a birthday card, just to tell him happy birthday, because I enjoyed his work, and I bought some artwork from him, and I really admired him. And I actually got to meet him before he passed away. I got to meet him one time before he passed in California at the Big Wow show. I don't know if you know that convention. It used to be a really cool old school type convention until they changed it. I don't know what it's called now. What's it called? Silicon Valley Con, I think it's called now, but it used to be called Big Wow. Frank Cho used to go there every year, and Dave Gibbons was there one year. I got to meet him. Cool. Yeah, I got to meet him. He was barely at his table. I caught him at his table. He was there for about maybe 5 minutes, And I tried to get my new Watchmen comic signed because I didn't have the originals, and I couldn't really find a good copy of the originals of the Watchmen. So I was like, I don't know, I'll just bring like this Adam fucking Hughes cover, whatever, the new Watchmen, whatever it was. And I brought it up to the table, and I was like, oh, nice to meet you, And then I handed over the books, and he's like, I'm not signing those books. And I was like, what? What do you mean? I went up to so many artists. I never in my life ever had anybody refuse to sign something. But I understand. I think he wasn't included, and he didn't want that book to be made, so he's angry about it. But I didn't really think about any of that. I just wanted to bring some affordable books to get signed. And I couldn't find a good, copy of when I get something signed, I like to get a really mint copy if I can. I didn't want to get like some 8.0 or something 7.0 comic signed by him. So and then he's like, I won't sign them books. And then I said, all right. He's like, I'll tell you what, I'll do you a sketch. That's awesome. Oh shit, that would be awesome, man.
Hey man, only I do voices on the stream. What's up?
Oh,
he's doing Dave Gibbons.
That's
it was
pretty
Dave
nice,
Gibbons,
though.
man. Yeah, it was Dave Gibbons, and he drew.
Awesome.
He drew Rorschach real quick before I could even say what I wanted or what character. He already almost finished with the the small, the quick sketch.
If you want to say something, you can, man.
I will.
But
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was great to meet him anyway, And then my wife even got a sketch, and my wife was like, I want Night Owl. I was like, Night Owl. I don't know why he said it like that. He acted like he'd never heard of the character before.
Are you talking about Dave Gibbons?
Yeah, Dave Gibbons.
Figured. Come on, Max. Come on. You got to show off in front of everybody. I know. There he is.
What's up, man?
Black Cat's bad luck.
Oh, not this guy. He ain't number good luck.
Good luck that he found.
He's a tuxedo cat. He's got white.
Yeah, he's tuxedo. He's not black.
He's not all black.
He's like Barack Obama.
Yeah. No, this one was actually born in America.
That's funny.
Yeah, he's a good boy. He got a birthday next Saturday. Yes, he does. He's going to be a whole 1 year old.
Do I have any of my cats?
Huh?
Oliver's sleeping in his bed behind me.
Yeah, I got a cat somewhere over here. He's 17 years old, going to be 18 next summer. So
wow.
He's considered a super senior, he says online.
I had a cat who lasted till 20.
20?
21 or something.
That's pretty good for a cat.
Yeah, I don't have any pets at the moment. I lost my dog 6 months ago.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, James.
Yeah, I had a corgi, and they are a handful.
You got a what?
Corgi.
Oh, corgi.
You know, like the little dog that was on Cowboy Bebop, the same dogs that the Queen of England owned.
Yeah.
Real smart. They got 5-inch legs, big head, lots of teeth, big ears, and a big nose.
Max.
I have a son who's studying to be a vet.
Nice.
Out in Davis, Cal. And you know what they say about cats? Said the vets don't know what to do with them.
Wait, I got to earmuff Max. Go ahead.
The vets don't know what to do with them. He goes, there's almost nobody can diagnose a cat. It's really difficult because they don't show that they're sick until it's almost too late most of the time. Because that's the way cats are. They hide it and hide it and hide it.
Yeah.
And then it's really hard.
Because they're not crybabies.
Exactly. If you had like an outdoor cat, then
If you got a barn cat,
you know, most of the time they just go away. You know, they don't, and then you don't see them again.
Yeah. Barn cats are like that.
Oh, Max is an indoor cat. He has no.
You found him outside, right?
Yeah, I found him outside. Got him inside. And,
yeah, that's a good idea.
Who got him inside?
Okay, you got him inside because he knew what was up. He wouldn't come in for me, and then he don't even go near the door anymore. Well, he gets a little curious sometimes. He'll go over like when I go out to go somewhere, he'll want to know where I'm going, but usually he's just you know how cats always usually try to get out, and do stuff like that. Not this guy. He's perfectly happy where he is. He's got his spot on the floor. He's got his little stand-up, little doodad platform he gets on. He's got all of his scratching posts, all of his toys. He's got it made in the shade. This cat knows it too.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How are you, Mrs. Dunn? My cats like these springs. You get these little springs, and they love those things.
But to eat?
No, they're like these little plastic springs like this.
Oh, springs!
And they bounce all over the house.
They
This
said
one
spring.
behind me loves them.
Max likes these big fuzzy balls.
Oh yeah, yeah. My other cat likes them.
Be careful with that.
Right?
Well, it's true.
My cat likes those temptation treats and just begs for them all day long.
Oh, dude. Have you tried your cat on the lobster and macaroni and cheese yet?
I don't know, I usually get the chicken one. He seems to like that. And,
Oh, yeah.
or the mixed one that has like all the different mixed flavors in one bag or whatever that one is. Mix up.
Churros?
Hi, Max.
Get off the stylus, Maxwell. Daddy's got to throw a mutant.
My cat's kind of like a cat dog. He likes to eat human food too, so he'll beg us for everything we eat now, just like a dog will.
Max is big into fish. He's a seafood kind of guy.
My cat likes pepperoni, cheese, steak, hamburger, you name it. He'll eat it.
You're going to win that fight. Rather the cat is.
He likes cereal milk. When you're eating a bowl of cereal, he wants to lick your milk at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ice cream. I usually give him a little scoop when I'm eating ice cream, so he leaves me the fuck alone. Give us like a little spoon full, like a little tiny little round scoop, like a pup cup for him.
Max does everything on his own schedule. He doesn't leave me to F alone until he's good and ready to do so. Until then, I just got to put up with it. That's just the way it is.
No, he has to put up with you.
Okay. Mom's back, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, Mom.
Hi.
How you feeling?
I feel a lot better.
Good.
Yeah, I told him you got your flu shot. It was making you a little.
Yeah. That's all right. You'll be getting yours next month.
Uh-huh. But I won't get a COVID shot.
No.
COVID, man. I got shot early on, but I was finished my rehab from I was in a coma because of COVID.
Well, I haven't got COVID, thank God. I got the first vaccine when it first came out because I was scared like everybody else was. It made me sick. Not like, sick, just, how you kind of got an off feeling?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of like that. And then I was like, I'll never do that again. Because it really, I'm the one that's got to drive and do everything else around here. And I gotta be somewhat dependable.
Yeah. Well, I got the first one because I was in the old age home. Like, do you want it? I go, yeah. I just almost died of COVID. I might as well take the shot.
Mm-hmm.
What? You want to get back up here? Come on. You weren't done?
But then I've never got anything since.
Oh, we're not done yet. We got more loving to do. Okay. There we go.
How's the drawing coming, Don?
Let me share my screen with you. Let's see here. Click that button right there. Then go to where it says Winder. Click that button right there. And I haven't done too much more.
What are you doing?
You can teach the cat how to ink and you'll be really set.
There we go.
Well, there's that.
You're in Virginia, right?
I am in Virginia.
You're not that far from me.
Well, see, now you screwed up.
I know. You're too close.
I'm going to be bugging you on Twitter every other day. Come on, Marcus, let's go get some lunch.
Probably, it's probably true, though. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina.
It's okay, dude. They're just talking on the screen. Oh. Yeah. Are you a CG cat?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you are. And he's leaving. I guess he's an SJW after all.
He was watching Trash Cast.
Yeah. What is this nonsense?
I love that stuff. It's so silly. I do a lot of driving, so it's good radio instead of like reading straight politics or straight sports or And then I get bored of it. I want to listen to music. What's his face is a good broadcaster. I don't always agree with him, but he's a good broadcaster.
Yeah, he's got personality. I'll give him that.
I heard he's a little standoffish when you meet him, though.
Depends on who you are and what you got, apparently.
Apparently, yeah. That's what Dennis was telling me. He's like, who the heck is this guy? Well, I'm Dennis. I work with Andy. That was that. I mean, it wasn't too much more after that.
I'm that fella right there. Let me tell you something. You want to know who I am? I'll be your Huckleberry for a prize. By the way, guys, I don't just go off on tangents like that just because I'm on stream. I do this all the time in real life.
Amen.
I ain't faking the funk. This ain't kayfabe with me. I'm truly certifiable. It's not there's no mange here. This is all unbridled.
That's because he's a little crazy.
Little? Oh, Mom, guess who was in the chat? Scott from the Navy.
Oh.
Yeah.
In the Navy.
Easy.
Yo, man.
Easy, man. Let's not get too carried away.
Well, it was tight quarters in there, right? And you guys were lonely.
Okay, you know what? We're not here to talk about my exploits. I have my own version of Pencils Down. It was called Put Those Penises Down. Stop looking at me like that. Gentlemen's. It wasn't so bad. I mean, yeah, it kind of sucked when you get lonely, you know what I mean? You go out these cruises 6 months long, you're in the middle of a war zone. hundreds of thousands, yeah, Don, you're on the moon. Hundreds of thousands of miles in another galaxy far, far away.
That's awesome.
Yeah, not really. The best part about the whole experience for me was getting, what do you call it, tax-free war pay? I can't remember the actual name of it. Hazardous duty pay, that's what it was. That was fun, because you didn't have to pay taxes on your income the whole time I was overseas. Straight up making the dollar bills, y'all. Getting crazy in Hong Kong, the Philippines, doing stuff them other guys on them other streams could only think about talking about. They want to talk about Dungeoneers? Yeah, okay. Y'all don't know nothing. Y'all don't know nothing. They told us when we got to Singapore. Was it Singapore? I think it was Singapore. They said, be careful when y'all go out there dancing with them women folk. Because they may not be women folk. I kid you not. We had the medic literally teach us how to do what's called a package check. Now, I'm just going to leave that out there for y'all to discern however you like. But, yeah, you do that kind of thing when you're overseas. At least you did back in the day. It's probably all different now. Everybody's all culturally sensitive. I can't believe he said that on YouTube. You made fun of somebody. How dare he? I was watching George Carlin on YouTube last night, and I got to thinking, man, that wouldn't fly today.
Man, I'm so upset about that. I wanted to go to a George Carlin show before he passed away. I didn't know he was going to die, and he was always came to Denver like once a year. Usually. Imagine how he felt about it. Yeah, and I told my wife, I was like, we'll go next year. You know what I mean? And then I found out he passed away, and then I'm like, oh, man.
Son of a gun, man. I can't believe he did that to you.
Yeah.
You
the
know
same thing happened with John Pasima. I was supposed to, or Ernie Chan. I was supposed to meet Ernie Chan at a convention, meet him, see him at the show, and he died like 2 days before the show. So I never got to meet Ernie Chan. It's disappointing.
Yep. I can see how that could definitely ruin your day.
And I wanted to meet Screech, too, and he passed away before his show. It seems to happen a lot lately.
You wanted to meet Screech?
Yeah, I wanted to meet all those guys from I watched that show as a kid. I thought, I know he was the least liked person probably out of the group, but I collect autographs, and I just wanted, I wanted to get his autograph and to see him, but yeah, he passed away right before, probably 2 weeks or something, or 2 months or whatever it was before the show.
Well, Screech was the one that was in jail.
Was he?
Yeah, wasn't he?
Well, Screech is the one that's in jail.
Yeah, homeboy got wild.
Now, Screech, he got some disease, and then he found out that he had it, and then he died right after. Like
diseases will do that to you.
I mean, like not too long after he found out. So he had it for a while, but man, hope that doesn't happen to me. You know what I mean?
I'll show those YouTube kids. Let me trend for a while. Haha, now I'm dead. What are you going to do? Oh, Don, that's just bad form. Bad form. Take it back.
Bad porn?
Sometimes my jokes don't stick. Yes, Mom, sometimes.
Stick to what?
Stick to landing. No, Screech tried to be a bad boy for a while.
He was doing stand-up comedy at like college campuses. So my wife, when she was in college, saw him live a long time ago. Like
he was trying to hang with the likes of Corey Feldman and all the rest of them. Yeah.
But he was like a bitter guy when he did his stand-up. He just talked about the cast of Saved by the Bell because I guess he didn't get like the opportunities they did. He didn't get to be a stripper like Elizabeth Berkley and the Showgirls, whatever it was.
Is that what that was supposed to be?
Yeah.
Okay. I never saw that movie. I just
I
heard it was terrible and stayed away from it.
She was just at the Denver Con actually, and I met her this summer. They had like the reunion at Denver Con, and what's his name there? Zach Morris, whatever his real name is, I forgot now. Oh, and Mario Lopez. No, it's Mario Lopez. Excuse me. That motherfucker hasn't aged. Yeah. I think he got younger. I'm serious. He did not fucking age one day since Saved by the Bell.
It's like Dean Cain.
Yeah, and Dean Cain too. Yeah. Well, Dean Cain gained some weight a little bit. If you've seen him, he got a little husky. He's not like fit as he used to be, but
yeah, we're not judgmental here on this stream at all.
He's a little husky.
Dang it, Dean King! We told you, don't do it.
Supposed to be Superman forever. You got to stay in shape.
That's right. You get husky on us. Damn it, man.
You know.
Next thing you know, Henry Cavill's just going to end up being fat.
Yeah.
Going to let himself go. Going to look like Peter Griffin. And then Justin will just be like, "No, I'm not having it anymore. I'm tired of this. All my heroes are letting me down." Bad enough, Don said he could draw a Nightcrawler, and we found him live on stream that he can't.
Yeah, show your progress. How do we know you didn't pre-draw it?
Yeah.
Because I'm not showing the pre-drawn one yet. Duh. I got plenty. I know how this is done. Malin sent me a DM, told me how to do it. He said, "I heard you were doing a stream." I said, "Yeah." No, that's false. Malin doesn't know who the hell I am. There's a little bit more progress for you. Well, don't everybody say how great it looks right away.
Let me see it.
It's there.
Oh, awesome. Nice.
Oh, my God.
Wait, he only has 3 fingers? I thought he had 4 fingers.
No, but he's got 2 fingers and not a thumb.
Really?
It's where the other finger is that makes you question everything. What is he doing? That freaky ass mutant. What is he doing? Only Kitty Pryde knows, and she ain't talking.
Front toes and back hoof.
Do what to who for how long?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn it, dude.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
You got that inking on lock, bro.
One of my pens knocked off my mic. That's why I was so quiet.
Do y'all have your crayons?
Crayons?
Awesome.
Okay, I'm going to show my progress.
That's what you got.
Crayons?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Did not shy away from the sword. My man. You got those comic art cojones, man.
Oh, the sword, yeah.
Wait, we have more progress to view.
What is the origin story of Nightcrawler anyway?
Very nice.
Which version do you want? The original or you want this new one that's completely screwed up?
The original.
The original one is a demon lord masqueraded as a nobleman and ended up with Mystique as his wife, and she got pregnant with Nightcrawler. So Mystique is Nightcrawler's mom. It's just the new story they came up with now is a bunch of garbage. The old story I really enjoyed. Because it explained that when he teleported, he went through a dimensional rift and came back out. And the dimensions where his father's at.
Professor X found him in Germany, I think.
Yeah, he was in church. He was in
I
church.
thought he had a French accent or something in the movie. I don't know what's going on.
No, he had a German accent.
Oh, German accent.
Yeah.
One finger, you are German. 2 fingers, you are still German. 3 fingers, still German.
Yeah, Nightcrawler's German.
He's one of the few characters that actually had a religion in Marvel Comics.
Yeah, strong too. Very strong.
I love how they did that too, you know? Like everybody, you know, he's supposed to look like the offspring of the devil. Everybody calls him, you know, the Nightcrawler, this thing's supposed to look like a demon, and here he is, one of the more religious characters in the whole thing.
Y'all watch that documentary, Chris Claremont's X-Men?
No.
Yeah, it was great. I highly recommend it.
You care?
He talks about that.
Stop trying to elevate yourself.
I have quite a few books on there like this.
Is it really is it on Netflix for real?
It's on YouTube for real.
Oh, really? I'm
For
gonna
free.
check it out.
I
What's it
saw it on
called?
YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Chris Claremont's X-Men.
Oh, okay, that's easy enough to remember. Cool.
Yeah.
I shall peruse it.
It's really awesome.
Not crazy for that on there, but God.
Hey, does he got shoulder pads? Yeah, he's got shoulder. None of
Yeah,
those
he's
like
got
wooden
shoulder-
things.
I mean, they've
Yeah.
changed these.
It's got fins.
There I go, trying to draw
It's got
without
shoulder
reference.
fins.
What the hell's wrong with me?
Well, can he ever procreate? Can he have like a little nightcrawler? Or how's that work?
Can he? Why not?
That's between him and whoever he procreates with.
Yeah.
He's pretty good with the ladies, so I don't see why not.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Kitty Pryde ain't talking.
They made Kitty Pryde bisexual.
Whatever. They made Robin gay, Superman's son is queer, the whole whatever. Dude.
Batman's a cuck. Joker had a butt baby. What the fuck's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no. I never understood why any of that had a place in an actual comic book.
Because the people writing it thought it was
I'm reading the
important.
comic. I never thought anybody actually read the comic for that.
Mm-mm.
Like in all the
Because
years,
they
even as
decided-
a 40 teenage boy.
I think
all
they're
the years
finding
I read
out.
comics, and I thought the chicks looked hot. I never imagined them on the side doing it. You know, that never entered my little head. I was
They-
always about the action,
because-
like the action. You know, the laser beams and stuff. Not like the action. You know. But apparently, the writers today got a different take on all that.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's sex. I just want the violence. I don't want the sex. Well, no, that's not true. I do want sex. Not now. Maybe later. Wait, stop talking, Don.
They decided that comics were for outsiders and nerds, and then at some point, all the nerds and outsiders are supposed to be all gay people. And they started getting the jobs in comics.
Once again, I see why I went wrong.
The milkshake girls, you know.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man.
And I also think that the bigger companies used the comics for a long time for their diversity and inclusion, so they didn't have to do it in their other things. And they ended up doing it in their other parts of their business as well.
That's the other thing I never understood. Like this, a lot of people will say, well, it's because you're white. You got privilege and all that. Affirmative action, DEI, everything should be based on merit and merit alone. It should have nothing to do with color of skin, sexual preference, religious orientation, none of that stuff. Can you do what we're asking you to do? If you can, welcome aboard. If you can't, piss off. It's that easy.
Mm.
I don't care if you're human, rat, dog, cat, mutant, whatever. Just, can you do it? Do it. If not, don't do it. Right?
I don't know about the rats.
Well, I'm just saying as a for instance. I don't think any of that stuff got to do with, one thing really got no bearing on the other. And then God forbid you actually try to have a meaningful conversation about it.
Mm.
Then you're a racist. I've never seen NASCAR a day in my life, so I know I'm not racist.
Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby. Although Days of Thunder, dude, there was some news about Days of Thunder today. Old Tommy Cruise is thinking about making a sequel.
Weird.
Yeah, well, he saw how good the sequel that Witchmajigger did. So now he's all about sequels. Plus, you can't do Mission Impossible forever.
Yeah, he can. He has been.
Okay.
I can't watch those movies. I'm sorry, I don't watch them. Like they're all the same. What's the difference? It's like watching what's that one with Vin Diesel where they do the same movie every time?
It's all about family, yo.
Yeah, that one.
That was good.
You don't like Vin Diesel?
He's all right. I just don't like the movie that he keeps doing over and over again, whatever that one is called again.
Because we're on the
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious,
you like. Me and Vin, we're tight.
I wish you would stop making those Fast and Furious movies.
Hang on, I'm gonna call Vin right now on my iPhone.
Yeah, call him up.
Yo, Vin, this is D. Yo, let me tell you something, brother. This dude on the internet, the Belmont. He ain't like how you doing it. What's that? Hold the phone up. It's all about family. See, now you know. It's about family. He don't care what you think.
He was in Bloodshot. Actually, that was a decent movie. But the problem
like
was
that?
It was all right.
That was
Why not?
trash.
I thought it was all right.
I gotta wash my hands.
It was horrible. It had nothing to do with the comic at all.
It was a little off, but it wasn't as bad as Fast and Furious. The only problem is the movie came out the same week that COVID happened, and then it kind of destroyed all sales.
Oh, sure. Blame COVID.
It was COVID's fault, definitely. Not Vin Diesel's great, brilliant acting, or
I was told that it was a really popular comic. I never read it though.
In its
yeah, Bloodshot was a great comic. It was drawn by Don Perlin.
Yep.
Hey, I did a Bloodshot drawing.
What do you want?
I'll post it on X.
Three Musketeers.
Nice.
And then Bob Layton is the co-creator of Bloodshot, and he went to the jungle to be a consultant for the movie. And he ended up getting sick in the jungle, and he had to go to the hospital. It was on a respirator.
That's crazy.
Oh, that sucks.
I bought all the first #1s when Valiant came out, so I've got like Bloodshot, Turok,
I drew Bloodshot once, not for Valiant.
I also got Jim Lee's, what is it, Hardcore? Was that it?
Yeah, Hardcore. He did one cover. Yeah, I think he did one.
I got that one, and then he did the cover for what was it? It was the girl in Malibu. What was that issue that he did for her? I remember. I got that too. But Jim was doing stuff all over the place. When he started Homage, he was doing covers for everybody.
Didn't do a cover for me, damn it.
This is back then, dude. Talking about 93.
I was alive back in 93. I said, Jim Lee, do me a cover. He laughed. He said, yeah.
He laughed.
He said, boy, I don't even know who you is. Now, Valiant, I could never get into that, mainly because of Magnus Robot Fighter.
What?
You didn't like his dress?
I didn't like his dress. No.
Come on, it's a classic,
I did not dig on it. Nope.
His dress?
Come on, he made those boots look good.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he didn't make the boots look good.
He had shapely legs.
Yeah, that.
Well, that
only Dr. Doom can pull off that dress.
Hey, you notice how he never gets flack for that? Ever.
Because he's wearing the metal of armor.
Because Doom will destroy you, even if he is Tony Stark now.
Oh, I thought the early Valiant stuff was really good when Shooter was there and Barry Windsor Smith and Bob Layton.
Exo Man of War.
Exo Man of War was a great book.
Yeah.
Now he's got a sword or something. I don't care for that.
Russ Manning was a genius.
Yeah, Russ Manning was brilliant artist. His
my
Magnus
God,
Robot
he
Fighter
wrote most
stuff.
of them too.
Yeah,
Quesada.
What did we do? Did I miss something? Did you want to go big?
Exo was a big Bart Sears and Andy Smith project too at one point.
Yep. Bart Sears was the artist of Exo Man of War. Mike Leake, I think his name was another artist that was drawn.
Exo, that was the first
Tom
time I
Ryder.
ever saw Quesada's artwork, actually. I thought it was pretty damn good. Yeah.
Bob Layton told me that he had to fire Joe Quesada because he just took too long and he didn't meet any of his deadlines. He was like months late or whatever. He told me that he just had to get rid of him, and then there was like a beef between them, I guess, because of that.
That does
it. Joe Quesada did good work back then, and he just wasn't fast or whatever he was doing. He just wasn't
his
strong.
X Factor run was legendary.
Mm-hmm.
You say what you want about me.
I love the Sword of Azrael.
Oh yeah, no, Quesada was good. He doesn't like comics that much, but he was a good artist.
I don't like his new style. I don't like how his style's evolved.
Where's he been drawn?
I caught him on some of these drink and draw stuff, like Dan Panosian and
Oh yeah, that wasn't a
other
bad.
guys.
I watched those.
I don't like every now and then Quesada gets on there and draws it. Like he's still good, right? It's just not the style I'm accustomed to.
Oh, then he drew Ninjak too, Quesada and Palmiotti.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That was some pretty good art.
Where they did the framework of all the panels, that weird, almost like stained glass look.
Yeah, the stained glass, the church windows, whatever. Yeah, those covers. I mean, he was on the top of his game during his Valiant days for Quesada. All those covers, he did Solar covers. He did the Deathmate cover. I forgot which color it was. Deathmate.
What a name, too. What a title name, Deathmate.
Deathmate. Yeah, that was a great series. It was the first appearance of, what's her name? Fairchild from...
Yes, it was.
Was it really? Yeah, and this was this. I was on eBay one day because I collect artwork, and I was just looking around, and I would collect Valiant stuff, and I like Deathmate, and I like the image, so I saw this guy selling a Deathmate Black page, and at the time I forgot that it was the first appearance of Fairchild, but he had it up for about, I don't know, a couple $100 or like $300, I think it was, and then I was like, and I bought it, and then I don't think he realized what he had because he got the page for free.
He didn't know what he had.
No, because the inker gave him the page because he was his art teacher, and then he made it into comics, and he wanted it as a thank you. It's a thank you. He gave him like 3 pages from Deathmate Black or something, 2 or 3 pages.
Cool. Wow.
And he had him sitting in his garage, and his wife said, "You got to get rid of that shit in your garage." So the guy put up those pages on eBay, the gift that he got from him, and then I bought it, and then I realized that's got Fairchild on it. This is the first appearance of Fairchild that I have now, the original art. So I do own that. Awesome. And then I found out the guy who sold it to me was on a TV show. What was that TV show where they go on the island and they got to survive?
Survivor?
No, that's not it. Survivor.
Yeah, Survivor. And then he told me, so I looked him up, and then it said that he got kicked off the island for severe diarrhea.
Oh, wow.
And he sent me a picture with my art. He sent me a photograph of him on that show or whatever, and he autographed it. This shit was fucking hilarious, man.
Well, look, you got to get kicked off the island or something. That's it.
That's great.
He didn't tell me that, but I looked it up online. I said, I wonder how he got disqualified.
I bet you they didn't have that problem on Naked and Afraid.
He must have ate the wrong thing on the island or whatever. But
Naked and Free. I haven't watched that in a while.
Yeah, I wonder if this water's bad. Yep, sure is.
Should have ate those snails, I guess.
Hey, I watched Naked and Afraid once.
Uh-huh.
And the woman's on with this young guy, and she's like a teacher or something, and she's Naked and Afraid don't always have the best lookers.
No,
but she was pretty cute, and she had pretty big chest while she was on it.
Okay, am I the only one that's ever watched that show and they think what they would do if they were also Naked and Afraid, like with the hot chicks?
They were her fake boob popped and she had to leave.
Because I'd be like, the cameraman needs to go for a minute. Just for a minute.
They say they're so miserable they don't
we are on camera. Maybe I'm just a sicko. I don't know.
They say they're so miserable that they don't even think about it.
Well, a lot of those shows now are canceled, so you don't even worry about it.
Naked and Afraid's still on, I think.
I don't know, but I know like 90% of the reality TV shows have been canceled.
Me and Mom been getting caught up on ER.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
The other thing is linear television is pretty much dying right now.
They still make shows, though.
Not like they used to.
My wife watches The Real Housewives, wherever the fuck that is.
The only real good show that I've seen recently that I really, really, you know how you get a TV show you just have to watch, you actually get excited about watching it, was Reacher.
Oh, Reacher. I love Reacher.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not going to believe this.
Probably not. Go ahead.
You know Reacher. You grew up with him?
Yeah, you know Reacher?
No, another person from the Batman animated series has passed away.
Oh, wow. Who?
Oh, yeah?
The gentleman who played the Clock King, Alan Richards, Rachins, passed away today at 82.
Oh,
he played the Clock King on the Batman animated series.
Jesus, dude. Everybody's dying. Greg Hildebrandt.
Yeah, that was sad.
Greg Hildebrandt. He's the painter of all those X-Men cards.
Oh,
great science fiction painter.
Star Wars, all this stuff he did with Star Wars, Lord of the Rings.
Lost John Cassaday earlier this year.
Who?
John
John
Cassaday.
Yeah.
We lost quite a few people this year.
Yeah. Like 2004 can just take a flying leap for us up there.
Every year is like that now, though. Isn't it seen?
Yeah, it's that generation's leaving.
I guess it's because they're getting older. I don't know.
You know, that's just how it is.
Starting to see all these entertainers and whatnot that I grew up loving, like Pete Rose and everything. You know, they're passing away.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Charlie Hustle's not with us anymore. Come on.
Yeah, that's a shame. Big baseball fan. As much as I know about comics, I know as much about baseball.
I still remember when the scandal broke. I had the original Pete Rose pitchback. Remember that thing?
Yep, I do.
Yep. Good stuff. But alas, no more pitchback for Don anymore.
Don doesn't do the pitchback. He does the pitchback, it hits him in the head.
I must run from the pitchback.
Well, you have knee problems, right? So you got to run from the pitchback.
I have very bad knee problems. My knees, every time I get up, they dislocate. They look at me and they say, F you. My knees give me the finger, which is difficult, but they do it.
I'm sorry about that.
Not as sorry as I am, because that shit's painful, bro.
I understand.
Little kids picking on me in the store, stealing my lunch money, because they know I can't run after them.
That's funny.
So just no honor anymore.
Well, that's because you always bought 3 lunches.
You know what? I did not invite you on this stream
You didn't
to
have
be
to.
exposing all these
Hey,
secrets.
what is your mother drawing? Is she drawing anything?
Mom doesn't draw; she crochets.
Does she?
Yeah.
My mom used to crochet.
Yeah, I used to make these little bed dolls. People would eat that stuff up. She'd be selling them buku dollar. Shawls. Did you ever do sweaters?
No.
You used to do these little like magnetized doohickeys. It was like in the form of a diamond. You could put little notepads and pens in it and stuff like that. I'm gonna have to put the pictures up on Twitter someday. It's
My mom used to crochet
she's
too.
very, very talented. Of course, her eyesight isn't what it used to be, so. And she still got good enough eyesight to call me out on my crap. Yeah. She was doing that stuff all the time when I was a kid.
Mother's job is never done.
That's right. But a lot of times, like for Christmas and stuff, things would be a little tight. And that's how she would get the money for Christmas, just doing the crochet stuff.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah. We're making homemade eggnog and selling it to people. Mom was the eggnog dealer.
Nice.
She's like, y'all think you got eggnog, but you don't. Let me give you
And
some of
fruitcakes.
my special recipe.
Eggnog and fruitcake.
That's right. Mama knows what's up. Although I never did like fruitcake.
Me neither.
Does anybody really like fruitcake?
I was just thinking the same.
My dad did. He would eat that shit up. My God.
Did he?
The only thing good about fruitcake is you can give it to another relative for the holiday and they can hold on to it.
Yeah.
I only eat it because it's food. It's edible.
Do you actually think it's edible?
Sometimes.
You can get drunk off my fruitcake.
Yeah, Mom put actual rum in her fruitcake, like the real deal.
Nice.
Yeah, she don't mess around.
That's how you get people to eat it.
I thought it was always the same fruitcake went around the whole world.
Yeah, that's what it's called, the fraternal fruitcake. I'm talking about the eternal fruitcake. Why? Because you just give it to another family member and they pass it along.
There you go.
Never like
45 years to get it back to you, and it's like, oh, it's still the same thing.
Never liked cranberry sauce.
Mm-mm.
I like cranberry sauce.
Cannot stand liver.
But you
I don't like liver.
I only eat it because I need the iron.
Mm-hmm.
But if I got a choice, I'm like, nah, that ain't happening.
So that's what happened to our Arn. No wonder we can't Arn close anymore.
Okay. Mom does dad jokes too.
Awesome.
You said you were at Singapore. You've been to Singapore?
Yeah, I was in Singapore. At the time, I don't know if it still is, but cleanest country in the world.
Because my son is, I was saying he was a vet, and they don't call them internships, they call them externships. So one of them he got into, like the whole last year is just going to be going to different places like San Diego Zoo, and one of them is Singapore.
They told us before we even thought about going on Liberty. They said you're not allowed to chew gum. You can't chew gum out there. It's illegal.
Really? That's cool.
What?
Yeah, it's illegal to chew. Yeah. It was illegal. I don't know if it still is.
Why? What's the reasoning behind it?
Because you spit it out.
Yeah, you can't chew gum. There's a bunch of stuff depending on what area you're in that you can't do.
Because it's so clean over there.
Oh, they don't want it like New York City, where there's gum under every single table and every single place on there.
Well, like I said, I never went to Singapore. I did do Hong Kong, China, Japan, Korea. So
I did Hong Kong, and they knew about it too. Didn't go to China. Philippines. Missed out on going to Australia. And that was only because we were trying to outrun a typhoon. Guam. That was like 14 hours of I'll never get back. Hawaii. Where else did I go? Besides the Middle East, which I don't even count the Middle East.
You don't count the Middle East.
I know, because you couldn't do nothing over there. Dude, I mean, okay, everybody knows what Dubai and Bahrain all it looks like now with the skyscrapers and all the fancy technology. They had none of that shit when I went there.
Yeah.
None of it. That was the mid-'90s when I was over there, and they had nothing like that over there. It was all just desert. They had bootleg CDs, DVDs, and cassette tapes. That was it. That was the extent. And I did not know at the time how collect calls worked. And I made a collect call. And my mother was like, if you ever do that again, not only will I disown you, but I will murder you. Several times over.
$1,300.
I don't know. You remember how much it was?
300 and something.
300 and some bucks.
Wow.
I think I talked for what was it, like 20, 30 minutes? Yeah, it was pretty retarded. What's that, James? What do you say, James?
I said she does remember. I don't know if James said anything.
I think he said he'd be right back because he left.
That's so funny.
She didn't think it was funny. When she got that bill, she was like, nope, don't do that. And see,
it's funny in retrospect.
Everything would be so different now. I wonder how it would be because with the cell phones and internet, I don't know how any of that stuff would be now. It must be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Because, we go on these months-long stints out in the ocean, and you don't have internet, you don't have laptops, you don't got none of that stuff. We had like a stupid little color TV mounted up from the ceiling with a bullshit VHS VCR that only worked half the time when the other guys weren't watching Faces of Death or something else on it. Then there was the one channel of the Armed Forces Network. Oh my God. Just terrible programming. Terrible programming. I could only wonder what it would be like now with cell phones and everything. It must be cool as hell to be out underway doing stuff like that. Back then, it wasn't. It was not good at all. I mean, you go downrange, you get drunk, you do all the usual stuff, party with the locals, do stuff you're not allowed to talk about anymore. That was fun, sure, but.
Well, I was thinking that nowadays they'd encourage you to go with the Lady Boys of Singapore.
Might, man.
Part of your DEI training.
I don't know. All I know is that's not a game I played.
No.
I was serious about doing a package check.
It's like the Crying Game. Remember that old movie?
Yeah. Yeah. Talk about buyer beware. What we have here is
that's a how-to movie now.
To communicate.
That's a how-to movie now, the Crying Game.
Ugh.
It's crazy. It's really crazy.
Times are so different now, dude.
Everything is different now. It went so fast.
Yeah, it did.
It's so fast we want Donald Trump to bring normalcy, which is that's an insane thing to think about, right?
I don't think anybody can bring normalcy back. I think that is
it's too far gone.
Yeah, that is gone and forgotten.
It's too far gone, yeah.
The people today, all they want to do is show their titties on the internet and get paid doing YouTube channels. That's it. There is no real strive to do anything great anymore. At least that's not how I see it. That's just my opinion. The opinions of Don
birthday party clown?
Those of the panel on the stream, huh? What's that? Who did what?
Like Zach's birthday party clowns?
Oh.
Calls those guys the birthday party clowns. They make this YouTube shows and they hate everything. He created them all. He showed them how to do it. Yellow Fash says, I do this because of Zach.
Oh, yeah?
And now he's calling them all the birthday party clowns because they do say the same thing all the time. He's not wrong. But if I were one of those guys, I'd be like finding Zach and punching him out. Can't be called. Shit.
I'm still learning how everything went. I'm still a little bit new to everything.
Yeah, I know. Well, on the sword, I was using this thing, and it hit my knuckles, so now I have to use the whiteout.
Oh, jeez.
So it's technical stuff. This is where 3D assets every day, man. If I'm in a building, I'm telling you, I might.
I hate drawing buildings.
Oh. Yeah.
I just drew a whole bunch of buildings for a piece that I did. I tried to do what was that guy's name? Kim Jong-gi.
Oh yeah.
Come on, nobody can do that.
I tried to do it. I did it to the best of my ability.
God bless you.
That guy could actually remember how things were and just draw.
Yeah, that's trying to come out pocket and keep everything in perspective. That's quite a talent. Quite a talent.
Did that guy even use a ruler?
No, he didn't use anything. He used a pen.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah, he was awesome.
You know who's really good at buildings? Arthur Roy.
Oh yeah.
He did that for a living. That's why. Doing architectural drawings.
He's done a lot of work all around the industry, though, hasn't he? Like gaming and stuff like that.
Has he?
I don't know. I think he has. I don't know. I've never really talked to the guy.
No, he shows that he's done work, especially back in the 90s.
I know he's like super talented, and I've often asked him, like, why haven't I ever seen you like do anything? But
he does
a lot
a
of
lot.
times, it comes off sounding like an insult. Like, how dare you? I do what I want.
Well, I don't think he likes to do interiors. He asked.
Yeah, I can see that could be a problem.
So he did a lot of cards and stuff. He showed some interiors because I follow him. I watch all his stuff. And he's funny, though. He's like calls Lawless Danny. Does he know Lawless? I mean, I don't,
Maybe.
And all that stuff. And he has all this advice about pens and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, his art shows.
He's fantastic.
Yeah.
He's fantastic. And it's the exact style that I don't really draw. And you guys do the same thing. I don't really draw in that style. And
what are you trying to say about our style? You don't like our style?
Yeah, man. What's going on?
Changed.
Talking trash.
It changed like to the image style, and I was caught in between.
No love, no respect.
When I got out of college, and I'm trying to draw like Will Eisner's teaching me, and Gene Colan, and I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I'm going, and then it's all like Todd and Rob and stuff. And I didn't draw like that. It's not that easy to change, to do it either.
I draw like I've always drawn, poorly.
And then you find out that Rob read the exact same comics I read. I'm like, what the heck?
I've always been very strong, leaning towards cartoony,
Mm-hmm.
And I've always hated that when it comes to my comic book work. That a lot of times I'll be looking at my stuff after the fact, and I'll see a lot of that cartoonist influence in it. Because at heart, I'm a cartoonist. I love drawing cartoons and stuff like that. And in my head, the way I see things is when I'm doing comic book art, I want it to be more serious. Like what I call a serious style. Like I guess you could say like a Jim Lee style. Louis Portacio, Mark Silvestri kind of style, something like that. And in my comic book artwork, that's what I strive to do. And but more often than not, like even with this Nightcrawler piece, dude, I see so much cartoony influence. It's just part of my style. I mean,
think you just should go for it. I know a guy.
I can't hide it. It's just part of my friggin' style. It pisses me off.
I know a guy. He always did that, and he started doing digital too, and he got 100 times better. And he always would say, I want my. He's always talking about his style, and I kept posting on the forum, stop talking about style and just draw.
Yeah,
just don't worry about your style. And
yeah, that was. It took me some time, not to cut you off, Marcus, but it took me some time to realize that as well. Just freaking draw and let the style take care of itself.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
I don't think of it. I just kind of draw. I know what I'm looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And another problem I had for a long time was always trying to go back and redo stuff I did years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, I'm better. I can do it better now. And then like nothing ever gets done. Nothing ever moves forward. That's not the way to do it, man. Just you did it. It sucked at the time, or you think it did. Move on.
You know what Andy says about that, and this is interesting. You'd like this. That was the best you could do at that time.
Yeah.
He goes back to his old work. He goes, that was the best I could do at that time. So he doesn't sit and regret about his old work. And I that was pretty good advice.
I've never regretted about what I do. The only thing that I always strived was my next drawing would be better.
Right.
Because once you get it done, you can sit back and look at it and say, "Oh, I see where I messed up."
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if you're doing something, that you're going to publish, you got to get to a point where you got to say, "I got to move on."
Yeah.
You You cannot just keep going back over it and over and over again because you'll never get it done.
Exactly.
You'll never be able to. Every time you draw it or redraw it, you'll find something new that you got to fix.
Yeah, and that was what I had so much trouble with.
The heck is that?
Amber Alert.
Been a warning from the International Warning System. You have had too much Don in your system. Repeat, too much Don in your system.
No, that was actually this is actually the other thing.
Please back away from the internet now.
No, this is the hey, somebody walked off with a kid.
Mike is scared of cats, by the way.
Yeah, so.
Oh damn!
Walked off what?
Walked off with a kid. Too much of that shit going on too.
Usually, it's a celebrity.
Well, it ain't Diddy. He's locked up.
And not now.
Right.
We know that wasn't him this time.
And he's not dead yet.
No, you got too many names to let loose, man.
Mm-hmm.
If he lets them loose.
Oh, he'll let them loose. Someone's going to do a book deal with that guy, and he's going to let it all fly out. He'll make tons of money off of it. Don't worry. Because it's all about the Benjamins, baby.
You can't make money in jail.
They're not going to let his butt out of jail anytime soon.
You're not. There's a
check.
There's a law where you can't make money off of book deals in jail while you're in jail.
Okay, Creative Faye has boom. Look at that.
Nice.
Pancakes. She
That's
actually
beautiful.
did it. She's doing eye color with pancakes, Mom.
Oh.
And Hellboy. That looks really good.
You
That
know,
was awesome.
Really good.
Aaron Lopresti calls him Heck Boy.
Okay. Anybody else got anything they want to show?
I'm almost done.
I'll show you mine. Mine's done.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Damn it, dude. Look, I'm not just saying this because you're my friend. That might be the best looking thing I've seen you do in a long time. That looks good. The words you're looking for are thank you, Don.
No, I was waiting till you got done, so I wouldn't interrupt you. Yeah, I mean, this is the first time I've ever drawn Nightcrawler, but he's a lot of fun.
That
That
looks
looks
awesome.
really good. That has got so much Finch in it, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy how much Finch you got in there.
Very
I'm
Finchy.
racing.
All right, let me see here. Belmont shared something.
This is a picture I did for Wrightson for his birthday. Sent it to him. A few years
cool.
back.
Nice.
But it's
Oh, the
not my
Franken-
birthday.
The Frankenstein.
That's how I draw. I just want to show you. This would take me 2 days to draw. You guys could probably draw something like that in 15 minutes.
Wrightson was such a nice guy. I met him a couple of times.
Is
I
he
will
still
say-
alive?
No.
Damn it.
I talked with. We had this show in year 2000. There was this show called the Old Time Show in White Plains, New York, and I was a guest, and I was sitting with them, and nobody was at the show. Joe Kubert was at the show. John Buscema, Bernie Wrightson, Dan DiCarlo, Joe Kubert. That's why I met Kubert, and I walked around, and I talked to Wrightson for a while. I talked to Kubert and Julie Schwartz, and I tried to talk to John Buscema, but I couldn't get the words out. It was like talking to Joe DiMaggio. Oh man, Don, you keep cracking on your stuff. That looks awesome.
Dude, that's really good, Don.
Thanks. I don't know
Very
what the
nice.
hell I was going for. Him hanging like an antenna pole kind of thing with a light on it.
I like it.
Thanks. I'm still mad at myself that I pussed out on drawing the swords.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Is
Looks
that, a
good.
is that a sex toy? What is that in his hand?
We'll never know.
It's the intergalactic
There's a reason
pogo
they
stick.
call it the danger room.
Hey, it's the intergalactic pogo stick.
There we go.
Yeah.
Actually, it does. It does look like a pogo stick.
Wait a minute, my mouse is. I'm working on two screens.
You know what I'm saying? It kind of reminds you of the one that Goku has when he
All right,
uses
Doug, come on. What are you
it.
doing?
He extends into Oblivion area. He can go all the way across the world with it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Earth to Duck Bacon.
Yeah. What?
Haven't seen anything from you in a long time, bro.
All right.
Come on, smack it up, flip it, rub it down. Oh no.
Oh, very nice.
Dude.
That's very nice.
beautiful.
Duck bacon. Very nice.
Dude.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
I
That's
do
a
like
thing
that.
of beauty.
Thank you.
Got the Kirby crackle going on and everything.
Yeah.
You know what's so real about these is we all complain about drawing hands until we get Nightcrawler, and then we're like, going, "Oh, we got to draw the hands. We got to draw the feet."
Well, if we drew everybody's hands like Nightcrawler, we'd probably think about it that way. We'd probably do better.
I don't know. I've had the most trouble drawing hands tonight at a Nightcrawler.
I love his hands. They're
no, but you just get blocky. You know, look at Kirby's hands.
Yeah, it's like drawing long shots.
I started.
Come on, show up.
It's awesome.
Damn it, dude. That's beautiful.
Nice.
Thank you.
Right. I mean, even look at drawing long shots hands. You know, he's got 3 fingers. I don't like drawing long shots hands, but when it comes to Nightcrawler, I don't know what it was. I was like, oh, I love drawing these hands.
You know, I was thinking about when you draw hands, and we all have pictures, like I have Pinterest with all these hands on them. And then when you think about drawing hands, you just kind of get to the shapes. And everybody made fun of Kirby's sausage fingers, you know? But if you just break it down to that shape, and
I just thought it was funny
you're better off.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to fingers, I just draw like little tubes. I'll draw a line with it. What I do is I'll draw a line, do a circle for knuckle, draw a line, circle for knuckle, draw a line, that's the end of the finger. And then I'll go back in and put the hand in there. You know what I'm saying?
I basically start with like sticks, you know, for the fingers.
Yeah.
And then just kind of, like you say, tube them out a little bit. And then it depends on how bendy I want them to get. Like the biggest trouble, I still have a lot of trouble with fists. Because a lot of times when I'm drawing the fist, it's just like a hunk of meat just sitting there.
It's like it's like a fake thing. That's a John Buscema thing. You know, you get to that easy fit Marvel fist.
I remember it was Bagley and Larson. They had the bricks. They drew it like a brick and then put a square in front of it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they draw the fist. The fist was a brick. They draw a brick and then put your thumb knuckle over it.
Okay.
And then you cut the brick in 4 pieces.
Nah, I'll stick to my way.
That's funny.
But I remember somebody showing me that, and I was like, going, "Oh, you've got to be kidding me!"
Well, gentlemen, we are reaching the 3-hour mark.
Yep, I know.
Already?
Yeah, and Mama Don is getting hungry, and so is Ducky Duck. Well, Don, we already got a duck. Don't want to confuse anybody. So, Justin, you want to give your stuff another shout out before we go? Yes, Don, I do. Please, everybody, go to Justin's website that will be in the description and buy Hands Down, Pencils Down, whatever it's called. There it is.
Pencils Down.
There it is.
Pencils Down. Beautiful artwork. Good
Put
story.
your pencils down.
You'll laugh. We're 43% funded. Trying to get to 5,000. There's 26 days left on the clock.
Ain't none of you people watching my stream didn't contribute to this campaign. Be ashamed of yourselves. Back it now. I'm going to disown you.
You ain't CG if you don't back this book.
That's right. You ain't a real comic book fan.
Back it now.
Back it
Do
now.
it.
Yo.
It's a lot of fun. You know, it's got a lot of cameos. You're going to see IPs that you've seen around CG. You're going to see Easter eggs. It's about an artist that loses his job at the Big Two. And
see some of them Easter eggs in that girl's shirt right there.
Yeah.
And you already got in trouble because you launched on Katie Did's channel.
Yes, I got
that's so crazy.
Castrated for promoting my comic. God forbid I knew that they thought that the book was all about them. And
I didn't know you could get. I thought people like Katie Did.
Well, not everybody likes everybody. That's the problem. I can't please everybody. So no matter what I do, one side will be mad because there's like a civil war going on in CG right now. Just
Team Cat, baby.
You know what I mean? I'm just trying to put out comics and have a good time.
Like I said, it doesn't matter how hard you try. You're going to upset somebody, and not everybody's going to be happy.
Be like me. Don't have loyalty to anybody.
There we go.
Be self-centered.
Yeah, but check out the book.
Listen, I was on the
I
stream
will
with
put the
Matt Barr
link in the
yesterday.
description, and I'm gonna work on getting a mod, dude. Okay, so I can be like everybody else, and I can tell the mods what to do and not pay them.
There we go.
Okay, let me see, Marcus, got anything to say?
I don't have anything to say. If you want to see my 2 8 pages I did of Mayan myths and Aztec myths, so go to mythicamericas.com, go to their blog, and you can see they call it a graphic novel. 8-page stories are now a graphic novel. I did not letter it, so I'm not taking, but you can read those if you like.
That's okay. I'll still like it.
Thank you.
Creative Faye, what you got going on? Anything? Well, yes, Don. As a matter of fact, I do. We have a Tupperware party scheduled for November the 15th. Okay, I guess.
All right.
I guess just not talking to me.
One thing before we go, because we brought him up, but some of you may not know that Jim Pariano and his lovely wife, their building got hit by the hurricanes.
Oh, damn.
So they're doing some sales on their website, paperfilms.com. Go over there, buy some merchandise from them. It'll help cover their deductible so they can get their building picked up.
Yes, please.
Yeah, they got beat up a bit.
They lost 1,600 books. It was destroyed, completely destroyed by the storm.
Yeah,
And
that's rough.
They could use some help. So
That's okay.
please, if you can, go over there, look at their stuff. They've got original artwork. They've got, wonderful. Amanda's a wonderful girl. So just please go over, help them out. That's all I ask. And the Stein's graphic novel will be out as soon as Don gets it done.
Well, I had it done 2 hours ago. I'm just waiting for everybody to catch up so I can show it off and say I did it 20 minutes ago.
If Don would stop streaming and wasting time streaming, he might get it done, James.
I know, right? It's just it's the constant.
He's such a YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
I know, dude. All of my 118 subscribers and I, we are slowly taking YouTube over.
People and watching. Creative Faye did a great job.
I will say this: if you need somebody to color your books and stuff, Don is fantastic. Don is extremely fantastic.
Absolutely.
Wait, can I do it? I'm getting moist again. Stop it. Duck Bacon.
How's it going?
Wake your ass up, son.
I'm awake.
What do you got going on? And you thought that's right. You're working on your top secret project.
Yep.
You don't want to tell nobody about it.
Not until it's done.
For fear of death and dismemberment. Dishonorment.
He's on double secret probation.
Double secret probation.
I might
My
do some
Pat the
stuff
Crunch
with
decoder
John
ring.
if he has any money later in the year.
Who has money? I ain't got no money.
Nobody.
I got no money. No money at all. I can't even pay my light bill.
Hey, John, let's see you finally showed up as we're leaving.
Good
Who
job.
showed up?
John's long box.
Is he in the chat?
Nice.
Fashionably late.
I
Very
didn't see
late.
him. Oh, no, he's not there. Oh, he's in the chat. My helper brought the chat up. I suck at this thing. John Longbox. We're going to be streaming together soon, me and him. It will be fun. Thank you, Don. Sorry for not being talkative today. I know, right? You hurt my feelings, girl. I thought we had a connection. I thought we were friends.
All right.
Then you go and diss me live on my stream like that. That ain't cool, yo.
I will post this tomorrow on X. And I'll say
I will not post it on X in respect to Marcus Killigrew.
you can repost it. And I will say you should come and watch us draw
That's
our
right.
draw stream on Saturday.
And we want 10 million likes. And for 50,000, I will come back and I'll eat a sausage live on stream.
We don't have to
Awesome.
see that. Thanks, though.
Dressed as Witchblade.
No, Witchblade.
no,
yeah,
God,
the Witchblade costume.
He went out at Halloween as Witchblade.
I didn't do anything for Halloween.
What are you talking?
Oh, I hope not.
Did anybody do anything for Halloween? I just
I
sat there.
thought maybe your boob's big enough,
I
Don.
took Mom to the doctor. She got a great report. Her A1Cs are down a whole point.
Nice.
She's lost a couple of pounds. I apparently found them.
Don't talk about weight, Don.
What
Oh,
else?
that's awesome.
Some of her levels were a little yickety yakety, but I mean, for a woman of her stature and commanding presence, she's doing pretty damn good.
At her age.
Well, we ain't gonna talk about that. I mean, you're what, 85?
No, 77.
Like I said, 92.
My dad.
Well, you know what though? Don't get it twisted, because the whole time I was driving her in, we were going to go to the ice cream place after as a reward for her great doctor's report, and I'm telling her about how I turned 52 next year, and she said, "Donald, you're already 52." And I've been telling everybody I've been 51 for a whole 2 years now, I guess. So
Nice.
I don't know nothing.
You're like Phyllis.
Yeah, my Aunt Phyllis stayed at 39 for about 50 years.
I'm not turning 60 ever.
That's how I should have done it, but I don't do it. I agree with Creative Faye. It's because of the denial of pancakes. So on that note, we're going to tell everybody that we love them despite their beliefs.
By the way, guys, the pancakes were very delicious.
You hear that?
Awesome.
Thumbs up from
I'm
Mama
so
Donna.
glad you put him to shame.
Look, there was a lot of pressure. She wants to show wow. That's good looking stuff.
Oh yeah.
Put that on X, tag us in it, and we'll do you proper justice.
Awesome.
We'll get the word out. And then I'll tag Graham Nolan and I'll say, that's what she did. And you should remember her. Because she interviewed you, Graham.
Yeah.
That was so funny. I couldn't believe it.
Hilarious.
He's like, I'm old.
Thank you, Marcus, for telling everybody I'm stupid. And I don't know how to make mine.
Well, they already knew
I
that.
give you a mod.
I'm just telling the truth, Don.
All right. Well, guys, are we going to do this? You want to do this again at 7 o'clock next week, or you want to go back to 8 or
Absolutely.
7's fine.
Whenever.
7's fine. Justin, you want to come back?
You draw, man.
Doesn't matter.
Have to draw, man. It's just we're just hanging out.
You can just talk.
You can
You
dance
can be
around.
Ga-
I don't care.
you can be the Gary of it and watch the chat.
There we go. Yeah.
Like
You can be the moderator.
God, make Justin the moderator. He can watch the chat and post his links.
And
There you
James
go.
will be here because James can't live without me.
Gary Martin's better than all the guys on the Graybeards. He doesn't draw. Well, Aaron's really good. Aaron is spectacular, but I'm just saying he's as good as anybody anyway.
I don't know if anyone knows this, but I did the back cover to Rate the God #1. That's my artwork.
I know that.
That's some awesome stuff.
That's big pimping, baby.
He should have
Right
used it
there.
on the #2 as well.
I was CG before CG was cool. Not really.
Aaron is
But
awesome.
we're going to say it is for tax purposes. All
John,
right, guys.
Johnny, I don't know if John Longboxers really draws glances. Maybe if he's weird, it's not because he's hot.
Yo, John's the man. I got mad props for John. Mad props for John. He knows it. What's up? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and say goodbye and good night and God bless and all that good crap, right?
Yep.
All right, good night.
All right, good night,
Good
guys.
night.
Thanks again for being on. All y'all in the chat,
My pleasure. Thank you
rock
for having
out.
me.
All y'all watching, you know what's up. Go out there, tell the people what they're missing. Like, subscribe, do the damn thing. Good night.
Good night.
I would rather talk about
It's cute, Julia.
Daylight come and me want go home.
Also, are you doing
Work
this?
all night and a drink a rum. Daylight come and me want go home. Stack banana till the morning come. Daylight come and me want go home. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Daylight come and me want go home. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Daylight come and me want go home. Live 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch. Daylight come and me want go home. 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch. Daylight come and me want go home. Day is a day, oh. is a day, is a day, is a day, is a day. A beautiful bunch, a ripe banana. Daylight come and we want go home. Hide the deadly black tarantula. Daylight